patreon.com/BoldMordred.
Oh.
Speaking of, hi there, chat. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Welcome into episode 56 of the Echoing Isles, which is crazy. Firstly, thank you to everybody who was so kind and wonderful with subs here. So thank you, Barton, for 36 months, which is 3 years. It's literally insane. Thank you, Sonny, for 25 months. Thank you, Shy, for 16 months. Thank you, Anna, for the 1,000 bits, not the incorrect other number of bits.
An amount.
An amount. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. We've been doing some chit chat as you do. I hope that you're subscribed, because if you're not, you are not getting any of these announcements because we went to a commercial break. But
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. Sven is not subscribed.
Only it was a moment of tragic Yuri.
Tragic.
I banish ads for tragic Yuri only.
Oh, I can't wait to show you guys all the clips from that. I just got them earlier. All the ones from the first session, and they are.
I'm so excited.
Magnificent.
You've shown us like 2 or 3 so far.
I think 7.
They're peak. I'm so excited.
I think we're gonna get a lot more out of the second half, to be honest with you.
So much happened.
So much happened. Speaking of things happening in a large quantity, guess what? It's time for a history roll. Mads is exempt.
Whoa!
As you said, don't think I have to do it, right?
Nope, Mads is exempt because they did the most recent history check. So what do we got, guys? I gotta fix my thing here. Hang on. There we go.
I did rewatch this one recently, but I rolled not well, so it's time for one of the Pyri rare ones.
The Ungabungas?
Hold on, I gotta make sure my shit's not fucked up, because it's fucked up. Hold on.
That's fair.
No.
We can wait a minute.
Sorry,
We'll
I noticed something first, and now I need to fix it first for 5 seconds before, because every time we do an import, it always fucks up what I'm attuned to.
Oh, that's fair. We can set your attunement on there, or is it set and it just doesn't want to carry?
It's set and it just doesn't want to carry. It hates me, that's all. It just hates me.
It really does,
it's
actually. Fine. It's you specifically, and I don't know why
it's
you.
Me specifically. Every character, every time I've played anything on this fuck-ass thing, it decides, fuck you, specifically, and it won't either let me import things, or it doesn't want things to be attuned properly, or it disappears things, or it gives spells that are the same, and it doubles them, and I'm like, why are there 5 of you? And I'm very confused.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what she's. Anyway, so yeah, welcome in, everybody.
Thank you.
Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. We're gonna do some exciting nonsense today. There is quite a number.
Is it quiet?
That's interesting because remember when Ford, I think it was Ford, rolled Ford's, but also Pyri's? Question
No.
mark? Or Blask?
Wait.
It was like a
Wait,
double roll,
did
but it
something
got
you
a
rolled
different
and
spell.
I didn't see it?
Can you not?
Whoa, Blaine actually didn't see it.
I didn't.
That's so funny.
I'm just gonna reload my.
What about the most recent one, Blaine?
I saw your 8. That's it.
Okay, but is there
No,
a 3
mine.
below that? Because Pyri's rolled 3 times.
I
So
have
do you
not
see
seen
the
any
third
Pyri
one?
rolls. We're reloading. That's
Okay,
fine.
you know what?
Hmm.
I'm gonna close and reload because it might be a me problem because you imported and then I had to, and then I didn't like restart my thingy.
I
So it
mean,
might
I
be a
didn't
me
want to call
problem.
you a problem, but since you did it,
I'm always a problem, bitch. What do you mean?
No. I was gonna say Pyri rolled a 12, 13, and a 3.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. It rolled twice on the first one, and I don't know why because I only clicked it
Yeah, I
once.
don't know.
So I don't
Yeah.
know what happened there.
there we go. We're getting loaded.
fun.
Let's check this. Yeah, there's
Which
the
one of y'all
rolls.
is? I was gonna say which one of y'all is lag switching, Sunny.
I'm trying my
Okay.
best, you
I
know.
opened-
One of you EMP'd.
I do have Stoneguard music. I don't think it's appropriate anymore. Or maybe it is. Depends on who's in charge.
I'm sure it depends on the situation.
Okay. I'm back in. I got all my stuff. We got things functional.
Which role do we want to take?
I would take the first roll, or if we would like a re-roll that functionally works, we could just scrap these 3 and take a re-roll.
we can re-roll that functionally works and make sure it doesn't freak out again.
Great, love this plan.
Right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I believe.
Clicks button.
Huge. Okay. So last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Fantastic. Either way, I don't remember what happened anyways.
Yes, yeah.
That tracks.
We had just won the battle and heading towards winning the war. And my character, Lyari, had run off into the fog of war, slaughtering everything in green and black. And Mads had a mind switch that was the public birthing of Smadge. So now everyone is aware of the existence of Smadge, and Smadge took over and started brutally slaughtering people who were like already down and out. So that was crazy. And Pyri was holding it together. Oh God, Pyri was like, Joe was scared, and Pyri's like, it's okay, everything's going to be fine. And hey, you guys did a cool thing, you and Biddy, you had this like combo thing going on, that was nice. And then kind of distracted there, and Pyri also fed Pike to Regulus as an assistant, so now Regulus has an assistant, and they fucked off somewhere. They might come back. And oh, there was the reveal of how to use the bone phone also, which was interesting because all you have to do is hold it in your hand, but because it's been in the jar, it hasn't been working, which is so funny. And he's publicly named Mr. Pickles now because he wasn't down. He's like, maybe not Pickles, maybe something else, and you're like, Mr. Pickles. It's funny.
Yep, I recall this.
Yeah, Smadge is now mostly Smadge and Mads, between the two of them, are mostly self-isolating, staying away from the group. When it's Mads is in the seat, they're kind of like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but mildly ashamed of their behavior and kind of like, I don't want to be around. Yeah, okay, just like, I don't want to be around people just in case, blah blah blah. And then Smadge is like, this is a good time, but still fuck people, so I'm on my own. And Lyari was having a hard time, and some crazy drama with her knife happened, but Azhyria found her in time, and they had an emotional moment, and Lyari has been out of commission for days, just crying and like happy that Azhyria is alive, and like trying to figure out what even to do next type thing, even to the point where she had a vision of a childhood she doesn't remember and told Azhyria about it, but Azhyria's like, yeah, that was probably nothing. And you're probably just stressed and traumatized. It's okay. Meanwhile, Mads kind of helped hold the city together and was present for the council meeting where they decided slavery in the Isles abolished, all gone. And then they were voting for who the new mayor was, and Smadge was like, okay, but wouldn't it be funny if me?
It wasn't
and
funny.
Then no one had a reason not to vote for Smadge. And so instead of Tarvalo potentially getting mayor, or maybe even Thalric, Smadge is now mayor. Smear Smadge. And we'll see how that turns out. We're now just in some interesting downtime where, you know, we'll have, you said, I think, like at least a month with Smear Smadge and picking up after the remnants of the war, putting together Stoneguard, figuring out our shit, because everyone's traumatized. Yippee.
10 out of 10. Recap.
That was a good
recap. Yeah.
Drama.
Thank you.
Legitimately.
I did rewatch the VOD quite a lot, and one time was recently. I cheated.
You know, I just have to go off of my memory and my notes. I never rewatched the VOD.
I've been doing it lately because of how dramatic it's been. It's been feeding me.
It's been crazy lately.
Yeah.
But yes, wonderful recap. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Opportunity.
Can I
for a couple of
unenthusiastically roll to steal your panties? I don't know what you want to do
that's
with
one
that
of
now.
them. Yeah.
And unenthusiastically, yep, that's about right.
That seems
Yeah.
accurate. Yeah. It's a good unenthusiastic roll though. 10 out of 10.
Yep.
So, with that in mind, for a D4 of your choice to use whenever you like, on your own or another player's rolls, since that's kind of how we've been doing it now. What was your favorite thing about last session? / if you have something that I did that you despise and never want to see again, negative D4. Not really sure how that would apply here, but you can do that.
Oh, this is super easy.
I want to make my rolls worse.
Rolling a nat 20 and putting in my name to become mayor.
Yeah,
The
your
intrusive
1s and 20s
thought.
were popping off. Yeah.
That's literally crazy. Yeah, D4 for you, easy. Pyri or
Ooh,
Lyari,
honestly,
anything?
so I was in love with all of it. The drama, the angst, getting to RP that, big fun. But I'm just so happy I'm finally getting to the dream stories that I've been sitting on like 6 of them for like at least 5 months.
Oh yeah, half of
And
the
it's
series. at
finally
this point.
becoming relevant. Yeah, and now the backstory is also getting unlocked at the same time. This is such a good time for Lyari. I'm just excited in general. It's fun.
The Lyari lore is gonna be sick.
Yes,
It's gonna be sick, guys.
it's happening.
If you haven't already noticed, chat, you can of course redeem a Lyari backstory called Backstory Bits. You will get a limit of 1 per session, but you can get a little itty bitty thing about Lyari. So feel free to redeem those as you see fit.
Yeah, ask Larry for back shots.
Yeah.
I will provide. Yeah.
Now that being
about you,
said,
Sam?
Pyri.
What was your favorite part? Yeah.
Getting to pseudo keep Pike by giving him to Pickles.
Pseudo keep Pike is wild.
He is currently alive, which was more than any of us would have thought previously.
Yep.
Hee hee.
Yep.
There's a
Literally.
Pyri, there's a way.
You can never guess with you three. Can never guess what's gonna possibly happen.
I think last session really proved that.
We have a
Yep.
bear. We have somebody pseudo keeping someone as a pet through somebody that
Yep.
they're friends with. We have not knife things happening.
I know. I'm so curious. I don't know if you're gonna lean into something organically or not, but if you do, it's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna hint. I'm just gonna see what happens.
I have ideas here. So, with that in mind, will the 3 of you just roll me a flat d20 to decide who gets to, well, who gets the short straw, if you will?
I was gonna say I feel like Pyri should get first turn, considering we didn't get to Pyri last time. We did Smadge, and then
That
the
is
Lyari
a
stuff.
good point.
and then-
That is a solid point. So we'll do the
and
we'll
also
do the other order. We'll
Shy
do Pyri
privately
first.
rolled.
It's so private, even I can't see what I rolled.
No shit.
I can
wait,
see
how-
it.
won't let me.
That's interesting.
What?
What one did you push? Blind
What
GM roll?
I don't, yeah, blind GM roll.
So if you push
only you
blind
could
GM
see
roll, only I see that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that
I
true?
was, I was trying to figure it out. I was like, why the fuck isn't it?
Guys,
Oh
what
my
if
god,
we
it is
did?
true.
Mhm.
So Blaine,
Hey.
you see that?
Yo.
It was a 20?
Yo.
Wow, I couldn't even see the 20 I rolled.
Look at that nat 20 that did not get you a pair of panties.
What the hell?
Wow. Anyway.
We didn't even get the cool animations on the screen.
Yeah, because it was all
I did.
hidden. Oh, did you
That's
actually?
the only way I knew it was a 20 because a confetti exploded and I was like, no, I didn't even get to
No.
see.
No, that's crazy. All right.
I love technology.
Technology's crazy, guys. So, on that note, my friends, let's get this started here. Pyri. During the course of our, well, I guess I should address everybody first. This will be about a 4-ish week time skip, and during that time I'll be going week to week. There are things that I do have planned throughout that time frame. Primarily it is Stoneguard related, which will end up going more of a Mads direction, but everyone is welcome to interact with these situations if they are appropriately in an area or situation where that makes sense. Additionally, Pyri, you have access to Regulus if you so choose to speak to him at any given time, if he does not seek you out on his own. The NPCs are available to everybody, so you can visit, speak with, interact with them at your leisure. Lyari, I know that you have kind of a little plan worked out there.
I did build you a roadmap.
I love the roadmap so much.
You're welcome. I love it too because that's what I read to get back into the mindset for this. It's
It's
for you
idea.
and me.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that note, Pyri, during the first week, everything has calmed down. Overall, in Stoneguard, there's been a lot of cleanup. Bodies have been gathered, pyres burned. During this time frame, you had a lot of free reign to go around. You didn't have any Mads around to like give you any direction or ideas of what to do with your time. And Lyari's been locked in their room for the entirety of the week. Is there anything in particular that you might have done during this time frame or would like to do during this time frame?
Yes, there is actually.
Wow.
During this time, I would definitely Pyri would be interacting and talking to Joe about like him and Biddy's progress and like seeing what they can do and you know, trying to gauge what's going on with Biddy, because Biddy grew up a little bit while Pyri was gone.
Yeah, Biddy got a little bigger. A lot thanks to roll me either nature or animal handling, and then additionally roll me an insight check.
Wow.
I have a plus 12 on nature.
Wow.
Okay, that's an interesting combination. So Pyri, you kind of come up to Joe. Joe has been inseparable from Biddy throughout your time here on Stoneguard. It's been a few days into you being on this island. After that first 36-hour mark, when the rebellion war was going down, you saw a lot of Joe, but now it's calmed down. Let's call it day 3 when you finally get a minute to kind of see Joe. Joe and Biddy are both very healthy. They've recovered well from their interactions throughout their adventures as strike team captain. Biddy currently, when you were training Biddy did get bigger and could hold larger things, but now Biddy is larger even so, and is able to contain a large shield. Which, just even looking at it for a moment, you do recognize that it is a magical shield. It is one of the ones that you picked up from the tower in Melody Cove. The unique way that Joe and Mitty can fight now is they can essentially wield 2 shields, and Joe has extra protection, making him a much more durable, if you will. This is something that only Joe and Mitty can do together, so it's not transferable as a heads up. However, with all that in mind, after 3 days, Joe has settled in a little bit.
I don't even have a shield.
Maybe.
On top of it not being transferable, would Pyri even have a shield to do the thing?
Technically, I do hold a shield. I have one in
Yeah,
my
for the
inventory.
AC.
I just never use it.
Interesting. Okay.
So, Pyri, after the 3 days, you talk to Joe. Joe, as you probably find him sitting outside of one of these large noble houses that have been procured for your party's uses. You find Joe hanging out with Biddy, giving him little treats. Some leftover bones. You're not sure what kind of bones they are. Actually, with a 21 nature check, they kind of look like snake bones, which is probably fine.
Lizard people, lizard.
As you approach, Joe looks up, excited to see you. He hasn't seen anybody except you in the last couple of days, and like Morkella. Pyri, hey, have you seen Mads? You have not seen Mads.
So Pyri doesn't know that Mads is
No.
mayor.
Don't know.
Well, Pyri didn't attend the meeting at the time. You could, if you would like to attend future meetings, we can do that. The next one is scheduled for day
Pyri's
4.
not interested in politics, so she wouldn't really care. No, Joe, I haven't seen Matt. They're doing a lot of like politicky stuff with other people. I don't get it. I don't know. They're in meetings.
Oh, yeah,
Fixing stuff.
Those are important. Yeah. Well, that's okay. I'm sure Mads will find some time to see me eventually. But also, I haven't seen Lyari either. She's been locked in her room, and I think that what's her name? Azhyria. I'm not sure what her name is, but they haven't left the room.
Azalea.
Oh yeah, Azhyria. Got it. Okay. And they haven't left the room in a few days. I thought maybe first it was kind of Lyari just doing the kind of stuff, and he gets a little shy. Do the stuff that she likes to do. But I'm not so sure because even when we were at the end, those were different sounds. Maybe you could check in on her.
So, from what I know, Azalea, that's definitely their name, is her like she's been looking for her, like her actual like partner, and they haven't seen each other in a very long time. So I imagine it's probably rebonding / Larry activities / emotional reunion ?
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. If you say so, it's probably true. I'll take your word for it.
They've been having a whole thing.
Yeah.
Regardless, and then all of this stuff happened, and then there's a lot of trauma, and then Az died, and then I brought her back to life. So that they're working through some stuff, probably.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I won't bother them then. I was just worried about them, about Lyari, and I
They'll
don't
be
know their friends.
okay.
So okay. Thanks for talking to me, Pyri. Did you did you need anything? Did you want Biddy back? I'll hold on to Biddy if you want.
Sorry, Mr. Steam, you're saying something about the shield thingy, transferable, something.
Yeah.
Not transferable.
Biddy and Joe have a very specific skill set that they can only do with each other. So while Joe can wield a shield, Biddy can also wield a shield with Joe. But Biddy cannot do that with other people because they trained to do that. They rolled crazy high rolls to get that.
Fantastic. So proud of my boys. Pyri's gonna go all like glittery eyed and then just like kind of look at Joe and Biddy and just be like, actually, can you guys show me what you learned? You did a thing and I want to know what you did and your training. And Biddy's got so big. He's just growing up. Getting so strong.
Joe will get really excited. Yeah. Let me show you. And he's gonna pull his shield out, pull out his sword, like get into a stance, and then he's like, he does a little swing and he holds his shield up, and he's like, and if somebody tries to hit me in the back, I shift like this, and he's gonna kind of twist a little bit, and Biddy produces the shield on his back, holding on to Joe in specific places on his armor so he doesn't fall off, slide off, or anything, and produces the shield where the hit would end up being. And he moves a few times to like exemplify this behavior. It's like, yeah, we worked really hard on it. Bennu helped us get it just right.
Pyri's gonna be very excited and is doing the little like bounce clap thing, and it's just like, you guys are so impressive. I'm so proud of you guys. And just like ask if she can, you know, it's been a while since she's been able to snuggle Biddy, so she wants to have some Biddy time. If she can hold on, she wants to hold him for a while, and you know, see if she can. Was Joe? Because I know Joe and Biddy were training together, but was Biddy trained further per the stat block thing that we had?
Not per the stat block that you have. It's more of a, this was to give Joe his own little thing he
his
can
own
do
thing.
With Biddy, yeah.
Cool, fantastic.
High table
Then,
wise. Biddy will still respond to like common commands, as you will, that you've trained him for.
Okay, so for Biddy then, because it's been a hot minute since Pyri's like been able to like train with him and stuff. I don't remember where we left him off at. Oh, wait, is that not the right table that I'm looking at?
It'd be a Pyri notes for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at Pyri notes. I am just lay dum dum.
Yeah, it's up just a bit. There's.
Oh yeah, because we're and then we have that. Yes.
Right.
I was excited to see what Joe and Biddy have been doing, and kind of wants to see if she can still kind of like train him a little bit on her own, and kind of just like jump into like play training with him.
Sure. we'll say I'll say the vast majority of day 3 is spent enjoying time with Joe and Biddy, maybe a hot chocolate or something, you know. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Animal schmandling.
Schmandling. No way.
First day back with my boy.
Biddy is exuberantly happy to see you, bounces, squishes together, makes all the funny shapes, does everything you asked. So you'll get to teach Biddy 2 new skills. If you know them now, I put them in. Otherwise, you can think on it.
Hold on, because I think because we put the updated thing for Biddy the Mayor, so available. Wait, known, because there's known skills and then there's available skills. So available skills are still the ones that we have to teach him, right?
Correct. Each word technically counts as a skill, and then it could be any kind of skill. We just have to homebrew any skill you want to give him. That would functionally make sense. Oh, I do need to upgrade 1 skill.
Upgraded skill. So what?
One of his skills upgraded. His pocket storage is now big pocket storage and can hold 1 item.
Big pocket storage. Big pocket storage.
That's a big boy.
Okay, so I had a funny idea. For one of the things that I want to teach him, I specifically want to teach him how to transform into think big, like butterfly net style, but like big hoop thing at the end. And so like the net would be his mouth, so anything that like captures, he'd go chomp chomp chomp.
You want to make him a nom lasso?
Like a butterfly net kind of thing, basically. So if I were to say I were to be like, haha, hee Animal Crossing, I bonk you on the head with this thing, he can just.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's Soul Eater, but your weapon is Biddy.
I thought it would be funny.
Okay, let me clarify this before I move forward. We are... You're gonna be able to just... Are you able to throw him or lasso or toss? It's a butterfly net, so he's a stick, and you just bop with his mouth.
Yeah, so functionally, it'll look like I'm just carrying like a giant like fucking butterfly net, like I'm gonna go bug catching, and like a very unsuspecting thing, I feel like. But like if I were to like say plop it over somebody's head, and I don't know, he was hungry, he could just
I'm gonna call this Butterfly Biddy.
That's
Biddy
horrifying.
becomes the shape of a butter.
And then you teach him to spit out the brain for Mads.
Wait, actually, can I teach him that? I can teach him another skill.
Biddy becomes the shape of a butterfly net.
Spit.
Where the net portion is his mouth.
Because I can technically teach him another skill because it's the 2.
You're basically teaching him how to like tie a cherry knot, like a cherry stem into a knot. Except don't eat the brain.
Yeah, it's the, the crack the it's the crack the seed open, eat the seed on the inside, spit out the seed.
Nutcracker. That's the name of the skill.
Sunflowers.
Done.
Cool.
Nutcracker. Break.
Can we call it brain
open
cracker?
The skull and obtain the brain from
or skull cracker.
Most creatures. I mean, I could call it skull cracker, sure.
Brain cracker, skull cracker, something funny.
Okay. There's your 2 skills. Wild ass fucking
Yes.
skills, by the way. This shit is ridiculous. So I will say, for the remainder of the day, because I'm going to say these skills would probably take a little extra time.
Oh, yeah.
So I will say day 3 for you is consumed by hanging out with Joe and playing/teaching Biddy skills. Which moves, I'm going to be jumping around to different players, so don't mind me, guys. With that in mind, Lyari, let's jump to you, shall we?
Oh boy.
So during the first 3 days, you have been just in the room with Azhyria. You have not been doing well. Would you like to exemplify how not well you are doing?
To keep it consistent with what was said last time, it was very much just like pits of depression, like unable to really eat or do anything, and like in and out of like restless sleep, and just having a very hard time, and mentally also not doing well because a lot just happened between the betrayal and Azhyria dying. Not almost, like she died. It just, miracle brought her back. Miracle named Pyri. Cult 3 started. And
Yeah, I got 3 cults I've started now.
Yeah.
That you know about.
Awesome.
You know
You know what?
so
That's fair.
far. Yeah, no, so she wasn't well, and she had a bit of a conversation with Azhyria where during one of the like sleepless kind of moments, she had that memory of a childhood that was a dream or a memory. She didn't know, but it felt so real, and she told Azhyria about it, and then that kind of stemmed a conversation where Azhyria was just like, look, I just want you to be happy. And so Lyari's kind of taking that to heart of like, I don't know if I'll ever be okay again, but I have to start picking myself up, because me just sitting here like rotting is not helping Azhyria, and I need to pick myself up for her. So that's
Okay.
that's basically where we were at.
Day 3 is the come to terms dealing with the depression and everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a discussion that you would have with Azhyria at this point, or would that be later in the week?
By day 3 specifically?
Rough. I mean, I can extend it. I'm using day 3 as your timeline basis because that's what I have as your timeline.
Yeah. So if this is like post that conversation, I did start asking more about Azhyria. Like, what about you? You went through hell too. So I think I'd want to just like start checking in on her more and be like, you know, what happened? Everything that happened here. And then maybe if that's too heavy, we go to like, well, what have you been doing for the last, 60 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull up this area. I got all the notes.
Okay.
Azhyria will have given you that recollection of her being captured and thrown in the cellar, which is a short story available on the Discord if you'd like to go read that. But
it's tasty, chat.
it's a good little story. So Azhyria will kind of start around the time you guys split up, around 60-ish years ago. You kind of went your own ways. Azhyria really digging into the freedom of slaves. So the Freehold Rebellion, which she was a founding member of. That was around the time she had met Thalric, along with the other major leadership. All of them worked together to establish sections across the Echoing Isles. Every island had a group of them that would run interference, free slaves, interfere with slave trades, primarily organized by the regional commanders, Azhyria being one of them, masterminded, if you will, by Thalric, who has aged horribly. Not aged horribly, he's human, so he has aged over the last 60 years pretty heavily. So he's an old man now, and that's okay. They were already prepping to do something about Stoneguard. So a lot of the ideas were there. But unfortunately, Azhyria was captured, per the story. Sarah had to leave Azhyria to her fate, report back, at which point things had started to be put into motion, not only by the Freehold Rebellion, but by the Yuan T's involvement and very brazen interference in the government of Stoneguard, as well as their direct influence in the slave trade, as well as some up-and-coming adventurers who seem to have a penchant for eliminating issues with slavers becoming available. So with all that out of the way, she'll kind of finish up her story. That's all the important things I've been doing in the last 60-ish years. And I assume, High Table, you have talked to Azhyria about what you have done at this point?
Sure, if that's, one person dumps, and then if she wants to know what I've been up to, I can just tell her about, But, I mean, she kind of knows what I went off to do when I left, because I would have been like, oh, you're busy, I'm going to go do my thing.
Right.
Maybe I'll see you around.
So then presumably you've told her that story. So after she finishes her story to you, being as it's still a nobleman's house, so it's a fairly large room. It's got a couple of chairs. It's got a large bed, like desk and everything. So presumably, in your current state, you're kind of bed rotting a bit, I would think.
Sure.
So she would come up and sit on the side of the bed next to you, kind of just reach out and like hold your hand while she's telling you all this story. And then she would just kind of ask what you're gonna do. So, Lyari, what do you think the future looks like?
I guess I'm just gonna kind of look at her and just blink, because I haven't really thought about it in the last several days, and so it's kind of just like, well, I kind of know what we were going to do. The goal was to go to Eternia and to deal with the problems there. And Stoneguard was a stepping stone for that, because Stoneguard was a problem. But all of that I was doing to find you, hoping that our paths would cross again. And I found you. And you're here. And I'm like, I just touch her.
Just gonna squeeze your hand a little bit. Well, I'm happy that you found me. I've kind of been thinking about the future. She's gonna kind of look towards the window, which has the shades drawn a bit, but I was hoping maybe we could take a little while and stop adventuring for a little bit and just spend some time as us.
Lyari is going to be like happy about that, you know, like heart kind of flutter a little bit type shit. But because we were literally just talking about previous goals and stuff, like her party's faces is going to like flash into her mind and just be like, I want that. I want that more than anything. I need to be with you, and I need you to be safe. And I know there's other things going on. I will always put you first. But I might have to talk to my party because it's complicated. I don't want to let them down, but I cannot leave you. At least let's take this time we have now, because I don't even know what they're doing. For all I know, they're gone. Like, I'm just gonna be like, maybe they just took off. Maybe it's fine. It'll be okay.
I'm writing my notes at the same time. As you kind of mentioned, speaking with the party, with your natural 21 insights, you know what? Nah, you're bed rotting. Give me a roll for it.
Yeah, you were kind of letting me. Well, yeah.
I'm still gonna count like you have really good insight, but maybe that's because this person is so close to you. But as you mentioned, wanting to speak to the party, she is a combination of both happy, sad, proud, like she has a lot of mixed emotions about it. But is
me too.
Yeah. But overall, the emotion that she puts out is a big smile. That sounds like a really good idea. Since we've been in here a few days, maybe I shall go find us something to eat. Is there anything that you'd like specifically?
Before she can just outright leave, I'm just going to like grab her and just be like, can we just do that together?
Of course. And she'll stand up, help you kind of get up and like straighten you up a little bit. Because 3 days of bed rotting will make you not good.
Yeah, and like a post-war, like what do you mean? Like none of us are good.
Nobody's good. Yeah, no, nobody's really good here. Okay, so you guys kind of figure some stuff out. You don't go far. You go down to like the kitchen and raid it for like real basic stuff. Got some cheeses and crackers and like wine, not like actual like wine, but like watered wine, which is more of just an actual drink rather than hard liquor or something.
Fair.
So you guys take that back up to the room.
Pillow Fort picnic? Thoughts?
Pillow Fort picnic. Pillow Fort picnic. Is there anything specific you'd like to also talk to Azhyria about while you're in your picnic having your charcuterie board?
Other than just being like close to her and we got this download, and what's the general like air? Because I would think that we would try to kind of like normalize a little bit, or at least Lyari would, because she doesn't want to be the thing that's dragging Azhyria down now because of how worried she was for me. But I don't know if like, I don't know. How would you say the general air is there?
Like between you and Azhyria specifically, or like the
well, just
city?
like I guess because before it was like sad and doom and gloom, and then we talked, and then she's like, "Let's stay together," and I was like, "Yes, but it's complicated,"
Okay.
and now we're having food, so like I'm just kind of checking like, I don't know, lighter air, like maybe we're kind of
it's very much a like we had a big talk,
less heavy
feel
conversation.
better kind of situation. Like this is the break out of the negative headspace.
Yeah, like the world is outside and we can be in here.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're safe in here. There's nothing going on in here.
This is what I'm saying. See, Pillow Fort dinner, girl dinner fixes everything. With the lighter kind of atmosphere in general, I think Lyari is just gonna take a moment, like when there's a lull in the conversation, and that pause, she's gonna get serious kind of one more time, and tears are gonna kind of well up in her eyes a little bit, even though it's shocking that there's any moisture left. To be frank. She's been crying a lot, but they're still gonna well up a little bit, and she's just gonna look at Azhyria and she's like, "You were right about everything, and I'm so sorry. Everything that happened to you. It was my fault, and I should have trusted you, and I know to trust you." I don't know. I'm so sorry. And just
she's gonna take your hand, give you a like pull you in for an embrace. It's okay. We're okay. It will be okay.
Yeah, I know it shouldn't have happened. None of that needed to happen. It was stupid. If I had just gotten rid of her sooner, I don't know, things would have been so much different. It wouldn't have been complicated. Everything wouldn't have gone so wrong. No, it's okay now, but
I think it still would have been complicated. It would have been different, but it still would have been complicated. But everything turned out okay, and that's all we can ask. You have very impressive friends to do what they've done. Your friends and you are very skilled and impressive and kind. Thank you for being who you are. and she'll just keep giving you she'll still be embracing you during this time. Which I would fade to black, not in a fade to black kind of way, but in a kind of like, oh, that was wholesome. We can leave now.
Yeah. I want to get across, so I'll just say this like more of a high table thought than anything else, because I'm not. It's hard to get to a place where I'm trying to introduce the idea of like Lyari can't really trust anybody anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just kind of like layering that in, and then we can leave that as it is.
Okay. Layered in. High table feels. So we'll come back at the end of week 1 to Pyri and Lyari. However, in the meantime...
Smadge! Smayer Smadge!
Smayer Smadge. You have had 3 days of bureaucratic nonsense. However, it was important. There are a number of important yet arbitrary things that you needed to do starting your tenure as mayor. I did send you the list, and we'll start there because I think that makes the most sense. Did you come up with an appropriate title?
Hold on. So, I guess like high table, I'm coming up with this. I put a random number in my head, and it all kind of like falls on if it lands on the number or not.
Okay.
Okay. So, for the first one, I did not really come up with a name. I really just think Mayor is good.
Okay. Mayor it is.
Mayor Mads. Mm-hmm.
Mayor Mads Smadge. And then those optional choices. You did send me information regarding a lot of the stuff that we'll be going over. However, for my own mind, did you appoint a second in command?
No.
You are the only one in command.
Correct.
Specific laws that you enacted within the first 3 days that require little to no oversight.
Huh?
If any. Like, you abolished, as mayor, you have officially abolished slavery, like that kind of thing. Was there anything
Yes.
at that level that you did otherwise?
Oh, well, I mean, there was quite a few things then, I guess.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go through the list.
I know you have the big list, and maybe I should do this in a different way then. Actually, I am going to do this in the way. So hold on to that. Let me...
Okay.
Because your list was so in-depth, I was like, oh shit.
It was very specific, in depth, and kind of hella specific.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I have a better plan. So, Mads, within your first 3 days, the first thing that happens as a new mayor, you are mandatorily required to give a speech to the people of Stoneguard. They gather up in the square between the cellar, which still stands, and the courthouse. There is a small monument where you can do your announcements. The people gather. I do need to do the rules here. Hang on. Wow. There is some crossover, like some melding between former slaves and former nobility, but the vast majority stay separated. With that in mind, you stand on a podium. You have, do you have any of the NPCs who were on the initial council of Stoneguard that enacted you into the mayor position, are any of them on the stand with you? Like, would you have had them there, or would you not have had them there?
No, I probably wouldn't have had them. They might be there in the crowd or on the stage or backstage, wherever this place is. I wouldn't be having them stand there with me, though.
Okay. We'll say it's a big podium stand, like a big stage, so they're kind of off to the side, not necessarily on it. They are present. They are not in charge. You are obviously in charge. One more roll here. This one's a good one. The podium was not reduced in height to your height.
All these assholes.
You do have a small box that you have to use.
Oh, I'm already disgruntled. No.
So as you stand up on this box, looking over the podium at the gathered people, if you were looking out at the crowd, to the left, there are many individuals dressed not necessarily in like the finest of clothes, but they are obviously more well off. You have your center group, which is comprised of merchants, of your basic kind of like cobblers, blacksmiths, and that sort of thing. And then you have your far right, which is mostly people who are dirty. They don't have particularly nice clothing. They are very much like farm hands, people who deal with the immense amount of landscaping that this city requires. And just sort of like all the menial jobs. That's what the right side kind of has to deal with. So as you look out at this crowd of people, the clamor and the conversations that are being had sort of quiet down but don't stop entirely. But people are prepared for your speech for the most part.
Okay. People of Stoneguard, look around you. Look at the faces beside you. The workers, the sailors, the rebels, the families who survived years of hardship and chains. For a long time, this city was known for its walls, its fear, and the power of those who ruled from above. But now, something has changed. Stoneguard belongs to its people. I did not grow up dreaming of standing in front of a city as its mayor. I survived in a world where trust was rare and mercy was even rarer. But that life taught me something important. A city is not built by power. It is built by people. The hands that build its homes, the minds that solve its problems, the courage of those who stand up when something is wrong. So hear this clearly, people of Stoneguard. Slavery and indentured servitude are abolished in the city, forever. No one will ever again be owned, traded, or forced into chains here. Those who try to reclaim people as property will face the full justice of this city, and everything they own will be taken and returned to the people they tried to oppress. But ending change is only the beginning. Those who were enslaved will not be left alone once the shackles are gone. We will help them rebuild their lives, find work, return home, or build new homes here among us. Because freedom means nothing if people are left to struggle alone. Stoneguard will also become a city where workers are respected. Fair wages and reasonable working hours will be the law. Your labor will no longer be exploited for the comfort of the few. And this city will not be ruled by one voice forever. We will build a government of the people. Fair elections will choose representatives from among you. Councils will oversee the needs of the city, commerce, labor, safety, health, education, and justice so that Stoneguard grows strong and fair. We will build alliances with our neighbors and stand ready against threats rising. But most importantly, we will build a future. Stoneguard will not be remembered as a place of chains. It'll be remembered as the place where those chains were broken. So I ask you now, workers, rebels, sailors, builders, and survivors, will you stand with me? Let us rebuild the city together. Let Stoneguard rise stronger than it has ever been before. And let the world know that when people stand united, no chain is strong enough to hold them. End of speech.
No, that was. I'm just out here trying to type down. I know.
We're all floored, Shy. I know you said you were gonna give a speech. I didn't know you were gonna prepare one. Jesus.
I had
Holy
two
shit.
ready. I can share both of them.
You
Matt's
prepared
mother,
2
Stoneguard
speeches?
breaker of chains.
I prepared
losing
the
it.
dictator speech and I prepared the mad speech.
That's so
I'm on my
good.
damn knees. Well,
Okay.
I'm bed
Okay.
rotting, but I would
You're
be on my knees.
So firstly, that was outstanding. Secondly,
Thank you.
please take an inspiration to use at any time you would like to this episode.
Yay!
I was gonna
That's-
say, Blaine, like, can we-
That is an
please
inspiration
give
if
Shy-
I've ever heard one.
Jesus. Yeah. I
Uh,
was about to go to bat.
yeah, for real. I do need to make a couple of rolls here. Give me a hot second. Wow, it's worked out pretty well. So, Mads, give me an insight check. The DC is not high if... Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. With a 22, the vast majority of Stoneguard cheers, claps, whistles as you finish your speech. They're standing. The applause is thunderous and echoes across the walls of the city. There is a very small portion of individuals towards the noble kind of people, very small group there, that seem less enthusiastic, but not so much that it would be problematic, and an even smaller amount of former slaves share the same sentiment. But they're both very small and not enough to make a difference in the long term of the city's large changes. The speech is taken exceptionally well, and your position as mayor is not questioned at all, which supersedes an entire thing, which is excellent. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's huge. Holy.
Yay!
Dictator Mads!
Everybody
I did
is
have a whole
very
speech prepared for the
trusting
dictatorship again.
of this new mayor. So, okay. Alright, okay. That would be up to the day 3 timeline. With that in mind, at this point, I can continue to rotate through us as we like. I have certain things planned for certain situations. How would y'all like to go about this? That's a terrible question. I'm just going to tell you how you're going to go about it. That's fine. So, Mads, you gave us your...
Give me an example.
Huh?
It's fine. Keep going.
Oh my god. So, Mads, let's take care of one set of these that I have for you here. So, for the remainder of the week, you go in every day. Actually, hold up. Before that, Mads, you said you found a separate house for yourself, right? You were not staying with the party in, like, a large nobility house.
Correct. During this week period post becoming mayor, slaughtering everyone in the town square, I'm actively avoiding the party.
Understood.
That whiplash is real good.
The fact that I said that in the same sentence is kind of crazy.
D&D, everybody!
That's wife material. Yeah!
So,
Markella
Mads,
be looking at you a type of way now. Anyway.
Your town hall, if you will, is technically considered the courthouse. So you sit in almost like a judge's seat. If you've been to a courthouse in the U.S., it's kind of what it looks like. You know what I mean? On that note, you do have at least a couple of officials that are appointed to gather information from the people, do censuses, do outreach programs, all in under your order and in your name, if you will. That being said, I can make them a particular NPC if you would have dubbed any of the NPCs one of your administrators, if you will, or
No,
it could
I
be a non-named person.
I think we should name them all individually, don't you, Mr. DM?
Sure. What's the names of these people?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's the first one's name? What's the first one's name?
Stanathan. Stan
Stan.
Jr.
Stanley.
We have Stan, we have Standy, we have Stanley, we have Stanny.
Are they of the Yelnats clan?
It's yeah. Every Stan's last name is.
Can we have a
Yelnats.
Can we have a Yelnet Stanley?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Mandy, update the doc.
Barry.
Crying.
That's correct. Yeah. I'll address that at a later time.
I was gonna say also today's RP. Like,
Yeah, there's not a
what are
counterspell
you gonna
opportunity
fucking yoink from us?
I'll put that in later. We'll talk about it later. So Mads, I'm gonna give you your administrators are people that are working for the government. They are individuals that will go unnamed for the intents and purposes of these events that I'm going to give to you. However, they do bring to your attention specific events that happen over the course of the next 3 days, finishing out the week. So the first one. The first Stoneguard event. The administrator approaches you while you're at your pulpit. Says, "We have gathered records of what we have in storage for the cities. As it turns out, food stores are incredibly low. Some of the warehouses that housed the preserved food were burned down during the revolution. As of this moment, we have enough food to provide 2 meals a day to the people as a whole for a couple of weeks. If we quarter ration it, we could stretch it until the next harvest season in a few months. What will you choose to do? Will you choose to do a full ration, a quarter ration, or look for some alternatives in the future?"
I'd like to look for alternative food sources, like if we have a surplus of fishermen or people with skills in fishing, or if there's a more affordable, easy crop that we can produce, like I'm just thinking like potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go that route. I would also like to ration, but specifically ration myself and the other members of the council.
Okay.
Happy
Looking
Druid
for
reminds
alts.
Mads that they have things that can help.
if you recall,
I'd also like to seek out maybe put like some sort of notice to the people, to the grand people of Stoneguard, if they have any sort of skills to help replenish food supply, to come see me, I suppose. Or
calling all druids to the council chambers.
So looking for alternate food sources. Rationing all government officials, but not people in general.
I mean,
Correct.
I think Betty, Morkella, Pyri, and even Mads would all agree that snake people taste pretty alright.
Yep.
And then the last one was putting out a notice. Okay.
additionally, I do have a spell that I could use for at least one day, which is create food and water. Create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of fresh water. to offer to both the people that I'm rationing and the greater people as a whole.
Is it?
If there isn't a cult yet, there's gonna be one around you.
That's okay.
That's some Jesus fish bullshit right there.
Yeah, right.
I rolled a 13, man. If I would have rolled a 12, I would have said fuck him. But
It's time for Mads to walk on the wine.
It's time for you to descend with them damn chicken wings.
Oh God.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Is there any specifics about this spell only being usable once per day?
No, I just
Well, it
assumed
just
you
says
would,
that
you
it
would
spoils
tell
after
me.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
So I guess it's
I would imagine one
third
time and
level
then
spells
24 hours passes and then re-up.
Yeah.
If I need to.
Okay. Noted. Noted. The food is bland but nourishing. It looks like the food of your choice. Understood. Okay. Used, create, food, and water. All right. That's the first one. We'll come back to that in a bit. Mads, the next day, you are informed by one of your administrators. Our offices have been taking a census of all those who remain within Stoneguard after the revolution. Many members of nobility have refused. This is not many anymore. Some members of nobility have refused to provide information about their households to the city. In some cases, they even go so far as to curse or spit at an official. The information is maintained for the city records, so we have an accurate count of citizens, allowing us to prepare and provide enough in times of need. While it's not imperative right now, this blatant disrespect could cause issues later. What would you like to do? Have the offending nobles officially and publicly disciplined? You could do nothing. Now's not the time to push for more change, or you could look for alternatives in the future.
Do I have to pick one of those three options?
No, you can pick a different option. These are the ones that I just kind of provide as a basis.
Oh, okay.
That's
When
nice
you
to
say nobles, how many precisely?
Well, I did roll earlier. It would be about 21% of the nobility that is currently still in existence in Stoneguard. So
Okay.
a fairly large number of nobles, not a large number of people.
So,
let me get a
okay, so
number.
These rascals.
Rascally
these
fellas.
1%ers, man.
It's kind of funny that so far the conversation we had is relevant.
I know, right? I was thinking that.
By the way, I did give a very different number for amount of people in city. A while, many months ago. I am adjusting it to be more accurate for the size of city because that's on me. So originally,
Was it too small or too large previously?
big.
Because I don't remember.
too big by a
Too
long
big.
shot. I said 80,000.
Too big, and then we
people.
slaughtered a ton
It's
of them.
too fucking big. It's too many people. The remainder.
There's like 10 people left.
The total number of people in Stoneguard was about 10,000, reduced to about 8,000 people after the revolution. With that being said, the nobility make up a fairly large portion, quote unquote, because there were so many slaves to serve them. So I would say you have at least 2,000 nobles, and that's about 200.
Okay. I'd like to personally take the time to draft up a letter to the nobilities and have it signed and printed by myself, or the help of the other people of our assigned Congress, whatever.
You have a big team. You can tell them to do whatever you want.
Awesome. So we're going to make a big letter that kind of is only going to the nobility that is refusing census. And I'm going to mention in the letter that their uncooperation will be remembered by the council, and that they may not be disagreeing with the laws, but they are... I'm going to say something along the lines of refusing progress will only slow your own progress. Refusing change will only cause change in the future. Something along those lines.
Refusing progress
Vague,
will
but
only
oddly turning.
Hinder your own. Something
hinder
like that.
your own. Beautifully said. Okay.
Dude, the dead are real loud today. It's crazy.
I hate your brain, man. I know what you were
200.
Yeah, do you think that rubbed off on Smadge at all when we were talking about, like, when we were vaguely discussing the potential of these scenarios to happen?
Well, because like I've thought about everything that Smadge would do, and Mr. DM is being very selective in his choice of saying a new day. So when it's a new day for Smadge maybe to be there.
Oh,
Right.
I'm apologize. Do I need to be specifying?
Oh, no. I think you're doing great.
Okay.
I think it's actually a great touch. I wouldn't imagine all of this would happen on the same day anyway. But in my head, I'm thinking Smadge is, another personality. So depending on the day, depending on the situation, might cause Smadge to appear.
Like Smadge would have just slaughtered the nobles. Just be like, oh, you're not cooperating? Boom!
No, exactly. It's like, so if Smadge was in charge, the idea would have been, and I wrote this down.
If Smadge got spit in the face, they'd all be dead.
Smadge likes to take people as an example, quote unquote, and would opt for public execution or public embarrassment. So, if I had rolled a certain number, that would have been what happened.
The dice know, man.
Uh-huh.
So,
choosing peace for now.
On day 7, a new day, if you will.
If one were to be
if one were to say it a different way. Okay, so on day 7, the last event for this week, you're approached by one of your administrators. It seems slavery, in some form or fashion, is on the rebound. There have been reports of free men being contracted into indentured servitude by some of the nobility. The conditions of these agreements leave the freemen in a position just above slavery, but with no way out. While you retain the power to nullify legal contracts, it would probably create some level of unrest with some of the population if you were to just say no to a contract. But leaving these contracts in play would only encourage more of the same. What would you like to do? You can nullify them. You can ban the practice of indentured servitude, nullifying any current contracts. Or you can leave it be.
I'd like to go for the second one. So I'd like to ban the practice of indentured servitude, which, as far as I'm aware, I did already do.
You did,
Wait, hold
yeah.
on. Okay, never
People
mind.
are
It's
testing
same thing
you.
poses. I would like to personally send squads to these people's estates as well, and make sure that their employees are not in indentured servitude, and if they feel unsafe and feel like they need help getting out of their current contracts, we would be there to assist them.
Bro, this is some, like, amazing KGB level, like, You have
I
indentured
did
servants?
great, and I used to play this game all the time called SimCity, and I was great at the source.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Okay. So with this
These
one,
Civ 6 players.
squads, Quads, squads of guards sent to any and all locations with indentured servitude contracts. Those are immediately annulled, and the people and the servants removed from the situation.
Can I add something to that too?
Yeah.
The nobles who did this and tried
Yep.
to find a gray area, I'd like to say that if they get another strike on their record, their assets will be taken.
Yes!
Nobles are warned
Seizure
if they
of
get
assets!
another
Stripped of
strike,
title!
the government will seize their assets. Disgusting. I love this. Okay, great. So, Mads, after a week of this, being a mayor
And
is
it's
hard.
tiring.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do to relax?
It's a little guy in big shoes.
I am actively journaling because I am like when I'm not doing all this, I am eternally freaking out all the time. Like when is Smadge gonna come out? Because I know it's there. I don't really know what it is, but I know it's there. And I'm kind of going crazy in a way because I haven't spoken to anyone outside of like the council.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel very repressed.
Them
Okay.
fighting for the
Noted.
freedom of others, feeling repressed.
I'd probably go back to my place of solitude and probably be drinking from my sack of many wines that I have confiscated,
Yeah.
or my multiple jars of Everclear.
Well, do you drink the wine or the Everclear?
Depends on the day.
Okay. For the
So it depends, what
rationing,
day
what
is
did
it?
you drink?
Let's say Everclear.
Great.
Oh,
For the snubbing, what did you drink?
Wine.
Okay. For the indentured servitude situation, what did you drink?
Wine.
Noted.
our sweet little alcoholic.
Yeah. Mads, would you roll me 3 d20s in a row? I'm not gonna give you any context, but I do need them in a row.
Hmm.
16, 17, 12. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Noted. On that note, now that Mads has completed the first week, Lyari has completed the first week, Pyri has completed the first week, because this is when we start getting to other stuff. We're going to take a quick break since we are at the halfway point of our session, so everybody can, be. And then we'll be back.
Imagine.
Imagine. So guys, go grab yourself a snack, a drink, make sure you use the restroom, come back, get the second half of all of the nonsense we're gonna run through another 3 weeks. Now that the first week is the busiest week, if you will. So we'll be back.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, that's valid. The busiest week for some. Be back. That tracks.
All right.
All right. So no panties, but Pyri. This is the beginning of week 2. You have spent the first week a little bit of hanging out with Joe, kind of doing whatever. This is when we start getting into, like, the city has regulated a bit. You know Mads is in charge, but you haven't visited. Is there certain things you'd like to do, people you'd like to see, or anything like that before I begin?
I imagine that Pyri, although keeping her distance, is kind of like sneaking around to see, like, okay, Larry's still here. Larry's alive. Cool. Awesome. Check. Mads is... I feel like she would check in on Mads, but, like, from a distance to, like, peek in and be like, she okay there? She alive in there?
Well, being at the
And
end of
awkwardly learn that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if Lyari's made noises during that first week, Lyari, would you have come out of your room during the first week?
Very little.
If at all.
Well, yeah, let me reference. But I mean, obviously we scavenged for food, but week 1, notes to self is I'm just starting with the basics of remembering to eat and checking in with Az and just talking with her. So, like, it's no, not yet. Not week 1. Not really. I'm sure you could have seen me. I wasn't hiding, but I wasn't out leisuring.
So maybe in passing, if anything. You could always seek them out in their room during this time if you'd like.
That will come later. Oh, you mean Pyri looking for me? Yeah,
Pyri
I guess
looking
you could
for
come
you.
knock.
Well, yeah, no, Pyri would be, like, seeking them out, but, like, in a... tries to be stealthy. Probably very badly, but tries to be stealthy and not disturb them for their post-war recovery things.
Can you please roll for stealth? I just want to know.
Are you, like, putting your ear up to the door kind of vibes? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, like bad anime, like,
Love
you
it.
know,
Love it. Yeah, give me that stealth roll.
Like, I don't know why I rolled twice. Why did I roll twice?
I don't know either. That's okay.
Apparently you had
It was
advantage, question mark?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know if you took something that suddenly gives you advantage.
didn't.
Either way, 11's not that
Maybe?
good. Am I allowed to roll to see if I just noticed or well
What's your
Or is my
passive
passive's
perception,
higher?
Lyari?
I want to say it's 13.
There's a slight
Where?
thump
Ooh.
outside your door. It could have been anything, but that, I don't know, it seems weird. You haven't heard a thump outside your door for the entire time you've been here.
Fantastic. Anyways, yeah, Pyri is sticking her stupid head against the door and be like, listening for sounds of life and hopefully not uncontrolled sobbing.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
She still doesn't.
Yeah, like those first days were rough, but the rest of the days you'll probably just hear like normal chit chat between me and Az like existing. So
Exactly. And like,
yeah.
that takes Pyri's box of she's alive. Cool. Moving on, because we don't know how
Thumbs
to
up.
deal with emotions or dealing with people. So we're just gonna be like, cool, they're doing their thing. And then move on to seeking out Mads, doing the same type of bullshit of, you know, the stupid anime sneak around corners bullshit.
Finding Mads could be difficult, I guess. It depends on how you go about it. Are you looking for Mads while they're at work, if you will, or after work? Or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Well, you'd be aware at this point that Mads is mayor, at least through NPCs. So, with that in mind, you could discern the location Mads would be in, and you could visit them at work if you would like to. But it's... We'll do another stealth roll for a funny situation.
Because Mads is more out and about. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be a rat. I'm gonna be a little rat. I'm a little mouse.
Okay. You're a little
squeaking
mouse.
about.
Squeaking about.
Squeaking about.
You got it. Give me a D20 flat. This will be your luck check for your situations while you're a cat. It goes very well. You cat good. So you
Rat,
make your way.
mouse,
Go ahead
mouse,
and
squeak.
give me that stealth. Again, actually, no, not stealth. You don't need to be stealthy. You're a cat. Give me.
Mouse. Sir.
What?
Sir, I'm a
What?
squeak, squeakerton. Mouse.
Oh, my bad. Mouse, not cat. Mouse. As mouse, yes, give stealth check. Also give either animal handling or performance.
I don't know why I have advantage on stealth. What did I do?
No, well, it's cool though.
Wait, hold on. I gotta figure this out because this is gonna drive me crazy.
While wearing this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made in dim light or darkness. It's your leather armor.
Wait.
Interesting.
Interesting that I've had that. Wait, what? Wait,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
when have you ever really had an opportunity to stealth in the time that you've had it, though?
but like,
We very well just could not have known.
It could also just be the program being dumb.
well, anyways,
I'm gonna count it.
okay.
All right, animal handling or performance, your choice.
We'll try going performance because I have a really high animal handling. There you go, I got a 1. I'm a bad mouse. I'm stealthy, but I'm bad at mouse. Used to cat.
So, Pyri,
Yeah.
as a mouse, you have managed to sneak all the way into the courthouse, broad daylight, very well. You sneak in, you get all the way into the courtroom, you peek in, you see Mads. Mads is busy working on some stuff. They're talking with administrators. You, as mouse, have walked the entire way here on your hind legs because you forgot how to mouse. When you looked around the door, you
Remy
like
Ratatouille style.
yeah, Ratatouille style.
Oh,
You
yeah.
leaned on the door, and like as soon as you saw Mads, you kind of like leaned off the door. You know, you dusted off your paws and you strided out the main doors. Nobody saw you do these things because 25 stealth, but you did them. You were the best worst mouse today. But
Fantastic. I love
Mads
that for
looks
me.
great.
Does Mads actually look great? Because can I don't know, insight/perception check on them?
Yeah, we'll say this is day 7. So, Mads, you have just dealt with the indentured servitude thing. Pyri, go ahead and roll insight. Mads. Are you Mads or Smadge right now? You're Mads, yeah?
It depends. What day is it that Pyri is visiting
Be
me?
day 7. So when you were dealing
I'm
with
also
the
mouth being
indentured
sneaky.
servitude
Oh,
situation.
okay, then I'm Mads.
Yeah, Mads looks great. Looks just like Mads. They're just working really hard to make the city better.
Awesome sauce. Mm. Time to go find the funny mushroom lady, I guess, because I don't know what happened to her.
Very well. Morgella's been around, kind of keeping to herself as she does. But she does also stay in the same house as the entirety of essentially your little core group. So your core group is staying in the house would be Pyri, Morkella, Joe, Azhyria, and Lyari. Mads has a room in this house, but does not stay here. Other NPCs are in other locations. With that
Fantastic.
in mind, you go find Morkella. Morkella has been taking their time in their room, doing a lot of like writing, research, looking over their equipment, and all in all, just sort of mushrooming the room.
Mushrooming the room.
They're
Like
making
there's mushrooms everywhere.
there's like a few little mushrooms here and there.
I have a very important question, Mr. DM.
Yeah. What's
As
your
a tiny
question?
mouse, are these mushrooms bouncy?
Let's find out. Do you attempt to bounce on one?
Hell fucking yeah, I do.
You, as Pyri Mouse, run up 2 feet, jump on the mushroom, and it collapses immediately. It does not have a strong stalk, and you clatter to the ground.
I'm crying.
Pyri is going to, after collecting themselves from little mushroom clouds that they've created, Remy Ratatouille walk up to Morkella and humbly request bouncy mushrooms.
How do you do that?
I imagine because I'm mousing very badly today that I'm just gonna speak.
Yeah.
Huh?
You just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
Morkella's insight
like-
on you and what you want was pretty high, with a 17 plus whatever their stats
I'm like
are.
enacting like that I want like mushroom, but I want to bounce on it and stuff, and like
Mhm.
pointing and stuff.
Charades, look at us.
Yeah.
With a dirty
the mushrooms, so I
20,
can get bouncy mushrooms.
with Morkella's
Right.
dirty 20, she figures out what you want, and creates a larger than normal mushroom, well enough, big enough for you to bounce on, but it's also soft and squishy. So it's kind of like a trampoline, but a mushroom. Big red
Yes.
one with like a white stalk on it.
Fantastic. I am now enamored by bouncy mushroom and having a grand old time being a little mouse jumping on a giant bouncy mushroom. Yes. And that is how I spend the rest of my day.
Morkella
bouncy
watches
mushrooming.
fascinatedly on and off for the remainder of the day with you.
Woo!
Amazing. We'll come back to Pyri on day 8, the start of week 2. But Lyari,
Yes, sir.
we're finishing up week 1 here. Is there anything that happens in week 1 that would be relevant before we move into week 2?
Other than Lyari starting to try and pick herself back up and really reacquainting with Az, recommitting to Az, spending full time with that, and kind of just airing her guilt over the whole situation. Not particularly. She's not really trying to look for the party as of yet.
Okay.
That's gonna be a later thing. So no, week 1's
Yeah.
easy.
That's fine. Then we begin in week
Falls
2.
out of bed semi-regularly. Thumbs up.
Then we'll begin week 2 with Lyari as well. So the beginning of, well, the whole of week 2. During week 2, what is it that Lyari is doing?
So she's now like really trying to pull herself together somewhat. She's in the fake it till you make it phase. So she is going to start taking better care of herself and doing more like maintenance and chores that needs to be done. And she's going to become more doting towards Azhyria. So like where Azhyria was like, oh no, Lyari's broken, let me help with that. It's now she's going to attempt to kind of flip it of like, you've been through hell, let me get that. Do you want food? Here, let me let me get you food. You know, does anything hurt? I can massage that for you, like stuff like that.
Okay.
Got you. Is doting.
Yes. We are simply in
Couple
focus
mode.
on other couple mode, focus on something else, and just like I said, the kind of fake it till you make it type thing.
Would you roll me, I don't know, three perception checks, just for fun? These are very good.
Jesus.
Well, mostly. All right. During the week, Lyari, you and Az spend pretty much all of your time together. It's not that you're inherently like avoiding your party or your friends, but you're healing and you are making it a point to be with Azhyria and do things for Azhyria and etc. etc. And all of that time with Azhyria, you start to notice very, very minor things. Nobody else would even probably notice this, but because you're spending nothing but your entire day with this one person who you know very well, you watch every so often. Would you also give me... Actually, I'm going to see if I can roll a check for you that I can see. Tell me if you can see what I rolled for you, because that's actually relevant. No? Okay. That works just fine. I was interested because this is a whole bit, but during this week, on and off throughout the week, occasionally you feel some sort of it's difficult to describe. It feels like an energy you are used to, you have felt before, but is like not something you remember why you felt that way. And every time that you feel it, you kind of stop for a second. Additionally, with those rolls, you also see, sometimes at the same time, sometimes at a separate time, you watch as Azhyria will stop and turn and look out a window or look in a particular direction. And since you rolled a 20 on each one, that direction is very much west. Every time this happens, Azhyria will sort of stop in their tracks as if they're seeing something or hearing something, or something has caught their attention, and doesn't matter where they are, they'll generally head to like a window or a balcony and they'll look out to the west. But if they're sitting at a table or in the pillow fort, they'll still turn in that direction, even for like a split second. It's not something anyone else would inherently notice, but you specifically would notice this.
All right. Well, I would say something about it. I would like go up to her and just be kind of like, "Hey, where'd you go?"
So I'll say at this point, you'll be up in your little private room, if you will. I'm gonna give you guys a balcony because, of course, a couple has a balcony.
Maximum drama.
Absolutely. So Azhyria has stepped out onto the balcony and begun looking west as you ask what that's about.
Yeah.
And it takes her a second, and she sort of blinks once, twice. I don't know. It's very strange. I feel something very familiar for only the fleetest of moments. It's only there for a second, and then it's gone, and it always seems to get me to look west. I don't know what it is, though. It's probably nothing to worry about.
Like something's forcing you, or
Like, she needs to roll. It's something very familiar to me, almost like it's part of me, and I can't ignore it. It's as if it reaches out and manages to find me for just a moment, and then it disappears. It's happened a few times this week. I don't really know what to do about it.
would you say the feeling that I had feels similar?
I would say that you believe you have had a similar feeling. Yes.
Okay, then I will say I've kind of been feeling something weird this week too. Something kind of like that. Oddly enough, it's sometimes when I think you're feeling it. But then sometimes it's just like separate, so I don't.
To me, it feels like as if it was part of me. It's hard to explain. It's both something that like is within me currently, but I also don't have it. She doesn't really know how to explain it further than that. As far as your feeling goes, it is a feeling of familiarity that you cannot place, not necessarily something that you're missing.
Sure. Then I'll just explain that, but I don't need to really say. And I'll just, I don't know, I guess I'll kind of pull her in from the balcony and just say, maybe we could use a little stress relief, and then okay, you being you, I was gonna suggest a bubble bath, Mr. DM. Let me lead into it, please. You and Sunny. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, let's just go, like, relax, basically.
Yeah. Azhyria will be very happy, smile very widely, like legitimately happy.
A bubble bath sounds wonderful. Being in a nobility's house, you also have a tub. Enjoy.
Huge! What do they got? What kind of bath salts? What are we...
They got, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a funny name. What's a funny component? I can't think of anything other than just, like, honey or bag guano, which are terrible options.
Cool. We're ignoring you now, and I'm pivoting, and I'm just gonna pull out the Azhyria candles that I bought forever ago, and I'm just going to light them around and make like nice, yeah.
And
then she can laugh at me.
No, that's fantastic. I will be noting that because that's awesome.
I've had them this whole time and no reason to use them, and now it is time.
Beautiful. All right, so over the course of week 2, you start to be better about everything. You are doing chores, you have more self-care, you're being very doting. You and Az do feel that strange familiarity, and it's hard to place what it is, but it's so fleeting, and there are more important things right in front of you. So you sort of ignore it.
Yep.
Is there any of the things you would do during week 3 specifically? Sorry, week 2. We're on week 2. I just wrote week 3.
I was gonna say, you want me to go through all of week 3 now too? Okay.
No, we gotta alternate people here.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just keeping in line with like the healthcare stuff, because I know there was the chunk that was like taken out of her side that I know Mads healed, but I'm just keeping very aware of anything, or if anything feels or looks off with her. Physically.
She looks really good considering she was dead.
That's good. That's nice. Okay. Then yeah, that's fine. That's it for my well, let me see.
All right.
Yeah, because I think if I'm gonna catch up with the party, that's week 3 shenanigans. So
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so I think that's a good place for Lyari as well, because that's like healing, if you will. So
yes.
On that note, week 2, Mads. You have just been dealing with situation after situation. It is so much going on here. Yeah, just a lot going on. So during this second week, at the very beginning of the week, our good friend, well, maybe not good friend, but at this point, now that everything has sort of settled down, you have some... I'm trying to think of the right wording for this specifically. People would like to have a more balanced government set up. At which point, our lovely individual friend, Bennu, does come to the court to offer you his services, provided that you need any... Well, he's gonna walk in. Well, hey there, Mads. I'll be happy to provide you with any assistance that you might need in your mayorship. You see, I have had quite a bit of experience in the matter. Is there anything I can assist you with?
Assume this is the new day, correct?
Yeah,
New
new
week.
day. New week, new day, day 8.
Mads is going to look at Bennu and just be very cordial with them. Thank you, Bennu. I appreciate that. I think for right now, we have things under control. We've established government and are giving out more responsibilities to the people that we've decided to put in charge. But if I need anything, I'll make sure to, bring you up. I would love to keep our nations cordial, of course, too, so...
Oh, of course. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Of course. If there's anything I can do for you, I would love to be of assistance if I can.
Well, it's wonderful that you would bring up something like that. I do have one thing I would like to suggest, perhaps, might be the right word. We need someone with a firm hand, as well as yourself in the government. I've noticed that you have a vacant seat for your vice mayor, if you will. And I know there are a number of people who are interested in the position, but would you be open to a suggestion?
If you're going to suggest that gambling fool, then no.
Oh, no. No, Tarvalo's council is, well, they are exceptional at managing things. However, their methods are very questionable. My recommendation was going to be actually one of the members of this Freehold Rebellion crew, but not one of the top dogs. I was thinking more this small fry. I believe they go by the name of Oraltha.
And what do you think? What possessed you to come up with them as my second?
Well, you might say that I at least have some amount of trust in Oraltha's capabilities. Not only that, but their leadership capabilities as well. See, they are unafraid to speak their mind and make sure people are taken care of if they need to be. They're very against slavery, so I don't have to worry about that making a comeback.
I see. Well, I will take your consideration into mind, and if the people of Stoneguard believe that Oraltha is the best person fit for the job, then so be it. But I don't feel it fit to make the decision entirely myself.
Of course, we'll run a whole council on it. I just wanted to, come and talk to you mayor to mayor,
Of course.
It's a lot of responsibility that we have, but my ears are always open for you if you ever need anything at all. He's gonna tip his, well, he doesn't have a hat, but he's gonna do a little bow, like a half bow. Thank you kindly, Mayor Mads. I'll bid thee adieu.
Likewise. I'll do a little bow to Bennu.
Bow.
Once he's completely out of earshot, and I'd like to summon someone to follow Oraltha secretly.
Ooh, secretly, huh?
Yes.
What are you looking for?
I just want to make sure they're of equal mind and not up to something.
Okay. Where's my notes?
I was gonna say she was fine when I was banging her, but she might be a little upset now. It's hard to say.
Exactly. And if Bennu is saying she's a good person, she might just be right, and he might just be making a good recommendation. But who's to say he's not doing this and hopes that he can gain something out of it?
Y'all's suspicions about Bennu. You're probably right, to be fair. I don't know, but like it's so funny.
Something about the way him and Tarvalo hung out during the battle. Just I don't know.
I have a whole unreleased short story on that, guys.
What?
No.
How deep do we have to dig before we get the story?
After the cleanup of, like, after the aftermath of Stoneguard, I'll give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Okay.
a couple of sessions, and then you'll have it. It's the time frame for which you guys sent Regulus to go help Bennu, and they were all together for a little bit. Anyway. Mats!
Yeah.
During your first week, you put out requests for people to find alternate sources of food, such as fishing or faster growing crops. You rationed your government officials while creating food and water for them. And you put out a notice for anyone who has any ideas on or abilities to make food faster to come to you. During this time, I would ask if Pyri would have seen any of these. They're kind of all over the place, but, like, I don't know if Pyri would involve themselves in this situation.
Sorry, what am I involving
Pyri-
myself in?
Perhaps Pyri was listening in when I was discussing this with other officials or passerbyers.
If
Discussing what?
if Pyri was there. Pyri actively has not been at a meeting unless Pyri says otherwise.
No, I meant in like rat form when they were spying on me.
I'm
Specifically for Pyri, if you would have seen any of the flyers or overheard me talking about wanting to find alternative food sources.
I mean, if it was distributed to the mass public, yeah, she's gonna see it. She's not hiding
Did
herself
she
away.
read?
Does she read the signs that are posted on every single tree?
The signs include big images.
Big orange paper, maybe.
I mean, probably, like, we're still, like, post-war, still vigilant, so she's still gonna be, like, paying attention to her surroundings regardless.
Sure.
Plus,
It's
she's
up
an
to
overly
you.
perceptive person, so she would have seen them, and, like, you know, been like, oh, okay, I could probably help with these things, but then, like, more than likely, there's, you know what, we're gonna roll for it.
I love this part. Oh, I need to write a note.
We'll say 1 through 10 she fucking forgot, and anything higher than she actually remembered and will attempt to go to the thing. Whether or not she's on time to whatever the hell it is or to help with stuff,
Sure.
that's up to her nap time. Anyways, roll. Gosh, fuck, she remembers.
Wow. Go
My
Pyri.
God.
My God, she
It was meant
remembers
to be.
something. I guess Pyri shows up to whatever thing or does the helpy help. Wants to helpy help. She has funny druid powers and no can help.
Well, that was also, yeah, the point. So, if you and Mads put your heads together, how would you go about perhaps finding more food? Also, that being said, Mads has actively been avoiding you, so
Yeah, I know, but Pyri's dumb. She ain't gonna fucking notice that shit. She's just gonna
Say-
think Mad's busy.
You know when one person has an issue but just like hasn't said anything and the other person obviously doesn't know because no one said anything? That's how this is gonna go out. Mads is gonna be very awkward and try to like not be awkward, but is very obviously bothered, and then Pyri is going to just be themselves.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
basically it. Pyri's just gonna be Pyri, and then Mads is gonna be awkward probably the entire time, being like, "Oh God, I'm avoiding them." You know, the whole.
Just like eternally, just like,
Dang.
oh my god, frick.
all right.
Uh,
So during this time frame, what plan do you guys come up with?
Okay, so I have suggestions on how to better find more sustainable food thingies, because obviously stuff is determined by, weather and season and all that nonsense. But if you had requested for druids, druids have a funny thing called druidcraft. And we can force bloom / force pop open seed pods and stuff, or leaf buds to bloom, so we can speed up the growth cycles of things, but also so that way we can cultivate more seeds for planting later.
Okay.
Insert awkward Pyri smile here.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Well,
was
I'm-
naming all the characters in the chat.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Fucking hates me. Anyways, there's also this funny thing that some druids, not all druids, but some druids may have something like plant growth. If they can do 3rd level magics, so that way they can do the funny overgrowth enrichment nonsense. Which
So you're
can help
enriching
for...
essentially the whole farming district in this city for a year.
How big is the farming district?
Pretty big. How big is your spell?
I think it's like... You know what? I'm just gonna...
It's ridiculously big, isn't it? Like 500.
All plants in a half-mile radius centered on a point within
Half
range
mile.
becomes enriched. Yields
You know,
twice
because half
the
a mile
normal
is
amount of food.
500 anything.
Anyways.
So I'll say for all intents and purposes, Pyri, with your spell slots, you can literally just walk around the entire farming distance and expend like 6 spell slots and just get the whole plot. Like every bit of
Covers the
farm.
entire map
Oh my god.
because I thought it was funny.
Everything is covered in
Jesus.
piss haze. What is this?
Why do you do this to me?
Wait, chat can't even see the map. No.
I can put the map up.
Oh, yeah.
Actually. I'm just had us on just chatting because
The second I did that, because I have my stupid Minecraft thing in the background, a stupid villager just walked up to me and just went, "That was the best potato ever."
no.
It was meant to be. Nice spuds, bro.
Anyways, yeah, Pyri just walks around and just fucking boop, boop, boop. You know, single-handedly enriches everything and grows the crops and shit. Actually, technically speaking, I could do both of the things and just, like, expend literally all of the spell slots forever during this day.
Yeah. That was my
Because-
thought, is like you're just going around.
Well, I mean, like, so I can do enrichment, yes, but then because I'm just expending all of my spell slots that I can, if I do like half enrichment and then half just do overgrowth and just force grow everything there.
You're overgrowing the city?
Well, I mean, just the designated areas
Oh, I see.
for farming. So I can enrich them and then overgrow them.
So
that
you've
way
been
we can-
secretly solving the food crisis while Mads is out here rationing the entire council.
Well, this
This
is
is
in
wildly
conjunction
not
with
how that
Mads.
spell is supposed to be used, but you know what? I think it's entertaining.
secretly druids could solve world hunger. Just saying. Just
Like,
most of them
rules
just
as
fuck off and
written.
choose not to.
Rules as written, you
I've
could not
been-
use overgrowth for that. Because it wouldn't necessarily make them grow into food, it just makes them thick and overgrown. So you're just gonna have a bunch of vines, but you have like the teeniest, tiniest little pumpkin on this enormous vine.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Okay,
But
but would it be the pumpkin?
I think it's funny.
But would it not just be everything? Because it's all normal plants, thick and overgrown. So theoretically speaking, everything that becomes overgrown there, including fruits and vegetables or anything that'd be growing, is just larger than it normally is. So it wouldn't be one little pumpkin. It would be a ginormous fucking pumpkin.
If we're gonna go with this logic, I love this logic. If we're gonna go with
That's
this
the
logic,
logic that's written into the spell. Choose a point within range. All normal plants within a 100-foot radius sphere centered on that point become thick and overgrown.
Yeah.
All plants implies.
now
Props.
I think the debate is over the definition of the word overgrown. I think that's
it's
Overgrowth
definitely
is just the
not how
name
it's
of it.
supposed to be used, but it's fine. I think we're gonna end up with you go around. I think this is like a multi-day project, by the way, if you're gonna do this, because
Yeah.
your overgrowth only reaches 100-foot radius versus the half
Also,
mile.
technically speaking, enrichment is meant for all of this because it is
Yes.
specifically meant plants yield twice the normal amount of food when they are harvested.
beautiful.
Right.
Solving world hunger, baby.
So Pyri, I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead and
Fortune
go
2.
off. I'm gonna DM rule this as you go around for a day and use enrichment, and then the entire farming district is enriched. The following day, when you get your spell slots back, you go do overgrowth on select fields because 100-foot radius. That being said, those 100-foot radius spiels, i.e. if we used a pumpkin patch, we're going to go with the pumpkin patch grows enormous, the vines are as thick as tree trunks, and the pumpkins are the size of a carriage. They are almost impossible to get to, given their situation. However, the farmhands get to work on it, sawing away at the tree trunk pumpkin vines as they harvest these carriage-sized pumpkins. It's pumpkin pies for everybody. Pumpkin bread, pumpkin pie, pumpkin soup, pumpkin seeds. Everybody will be sick of pumpkin.
Wow.
Huzzah? Huzzah.
Well, that's good and
Are
bad.
you-
You keep eating.
Maybe a slight deep cut, but if any of y'all are familiar with Vermin Supreme,
Huh.
it's like he's a satirical politician who tried to run like a few different times. And
I
one
know
of
who
the
this
policies
is.
he ran on was everyone gets a pony. That's the
Wait, I think
President of
I know what you're talking
Stoneguard get a pumpkin.
about. Get a pumpkin.
The pumpkin stems are repurposed as timber.
Ooh.
So over the
Wow.
course, Pyri, I'm gonna call it the course of 3 to 4 days overall to do all of the overgrowth, since it's a much smaller period, like area. If that is okay with you.
Yeah.
All right. So over the course of week 3, what week are we on? Week 2. Oh, mine didn't copy the little pumpkins.
Why does this feel like a new cult? Like the cult of the pumpkin people. Shit.
I love starting
Pyri
new cults
just
with
causing
Pyri.
another cult.
Makes
So,
me so happy.
Mads, there has been a push from the people to rebrand the Stoneguard National Fruit Vegetable. What the fuck is it? It's a vegetable.
That is a squash. It is a gorge. Gorge?
It is a
Gourd.
gourd.
It's gorge.
You want to make the national gourd?
The new
pumpkin.
produce of Stoneguard is gonna be the pumpkin.
What was it before?
What
Pain
is-
and suffering.
Does it matter?
Yes.
It matters now.
It was
It was Brussels
looks
sprouts.
in
This
looks
was an
towards
awful place.
kitchen.
That's not even a gourd.
Doesn't matter.
Corn. It was corn before.
Oh yeah, this is
Huh.
Iowa. Make it a pumpkin.
There is no pushback.
This
The-
isn't Iowa.
The new national vegetable or produce is pumpkin. Huzzah.
Let's fucking go.
No
New
Ohio
national
skibbity
produce
riz
is
here.
pumpkin. How do we get here, guys? Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't know. I love it.
Look
So
at
Pyri-
everything's happening, right?
we spend.
Stoneguard.
Stoneguard is so
Wait, Sal,
Yeah,
you're...
can we rename it, please?
Or Mandy said it. Wait, Mandy said it. Oh my god, y'all are crazy.
Never said so. Can we rename the city Stoneguard?
No, but we
I
can
mean,
make
only-
like a tiny. Okay, I have a
That'd be its
addendum. We
nickname?
can make like a farmer's market and name it Stoneguard.
Yes.
Wow.
Stoneguard Market.
I love.
Stoneguard Market. Oh my god.
This is what happens. You become mayor. Step 1. Step 2. Make a farmer's market and name it Stoneguard. Step 3. Profit.
I mean,
Yeah.
farmers are gonna profit from giant fucking pumpkins.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
So, Pyri, in conjunction with Mads' administration, you enrich all the fields over the course of this week, spending 3 to 4 days. The harvest of this stuff is very slow because it is so big and overgrown. They have to recruit the woodcutters from the literally the lumber district. There is a whole lumber district. They do have to recruit them. There's a whole bunch of like stuff. There is not quite enough people to harvest everything in a reasonable time frame, so there's a lot of food that's just continuing to grow. Which is great because that means you have food and that's no longer a problem. So, on that note, where the fuck am I? How did I get here? All right, we did the food source. That's how we got here. That one's done.
I don't remember if we were on Mad's turn or Pyri turn, but they blended and now we're here.
We were on Mad's turn. We were asking about the papers. Whether Pyri saw the
Oh,
paper.
My bad.
The papers.
Yeah, you sent out a notice.
Yeah, do you read? No, I grow
Oh, right.
pumpkin.
Oh,
It was an orange paper and now we have pumpkins. It's all
That
coming
was-
together. That's
oh my
crazy.
god. Man. We should make it oranges too.
Oranges.
Okay.
Oranges.
Hey. Sounds good to me.
So, national fruit is orange.
Yep. National
That's-
or National Vegetable Gourd, whatever.
You're
And
literally baiting
Stoneguard's
yourself,
colors
which is
are now
hilarious.
orange, I presume.
I'm trying to get Varys to come to Stoneguard.
The new
Kitty.
banner
miss
color
her.
for the new banner color for Stoneguard is also orange. We're going hard.
Yeah.
It's fine. All right, so moving forward, I need to roll 2 of these. Mads, it is day 9. Pyri has been hard at work enriching the fields and making giant pumpkin patches. Your food problem is going away very quickly. You're running into another problem, which is manpower to harvest all that food. But that's a different day's issues. For today, however, you have received information from your administration that the nobles who there's a crossover. The nobles who refused to give you census information and the nobles that did indentured servitude, they have started to create a small group, and they're looking to get you replaced with someone more in their party's favor. They're very small. They're not a very big group. However, they do exist. They've been trying to
It's a
kind of
new
hold
day.
some small rallies in the town square.
Uh-huh.
It was, in fact, a new day. Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the number was. I'm so sorry.
All right. It's time to squash that then.
Yes.
Who's the ringleader? Would I know that? Who's the person that's really, really the loudest?
Oh my god.
It is. It's Redarl Ganir.
Okay. I'd like to summon him to the town square.
Down with Ronald McDonald.
And if he does not come willingly, we will take him.
Hang on, I gotta. He did not come willingly.
Figures as much.
Break his kneecaps, they're
So-
at eye level.
Mads, you give the Smadge. You give the order. Is it Mads or Smadge right now?
It's Smadge.
Smadge. Smadge, you gave the order to collect the de facto ringleader, Redarl Ganir, from the town square during their rally. There was a bit of pushback, but overall, the Red Shield Keep guards that are under your command right now are incredibly efficient at their job, and they managed to take him with no casualties on either side, dragging essentially this individual who is enraged and incensed at the lack of decorum showed someone of his status, as he's brought in before you while you sit or stand, however you'd like, behind like your judge's counter pulpit. This individual has a partially balding head. It's a little shiny in places. They're a little bit too rotund. They got some strained jackets on them. Go ahead and give me a perception check to kind of look this individual over for anything other than just face value. Great. With a 19 perception check, Mads, this individual, you kind of give them a look once up and down, and you can easily tell that this kind of person has never worked a day in their life. And they are upset that they will have to under your new reign.
Okay. How is the individual currently? Are they in chains? Are they in handcuffs? Are they free?
Currently, there is just a guard behind him on either side. They have him by like the back of his slightly tightened jacket, if you will. It's a little bit too small. It's not so small that it's obviously terrible, but like he probably needs to go up a size.
Okay. I have a few ideas, and it depends on how much you would allow me to do this.
Absolutely.
First, I'd like to do Zone of Truth, which is a non-concentration spell, specifically around the person.
Okay, excellent. They fail.
Awesome. And then my next thing is, while they are doing that, being forced to, I'd like to do Hold Person, which is a concentration spell.
Fail.
Awesome. So while they are being held forcibly to the ground, and I would probably want them to, in my head, I'd want them on their knees.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Looking up at Mads, assuming they wouldn't be taller. And
On their knees, they're gonna be shorter. Yeah.
sure. Okay. I'd like to look around and assuming someone around me has a sword.
Yeah, your guards have swords. You
Perfect.
should
I'm gonna
have
go
at
up to one
least
of my
a dagger.
Swords. That's true. I want a sword though.
Okay, yeah.
For this.
Pull out your sword. Got it.
I'm gonna
a sword.
ask a sword from one of my guards, if possible. I'm gonna go up to Mr. It doesn't matter what his name is. I'm gonna go up to him, and I'm gonna start laughing at him. Just, you really thought to go against me, to take my kindness, my willingness to allow you to change, and take it for granted against me. And I'm gonna take the end of the sword, not the blade, but the blunt of it, and I'm gonna hit him in the eye with it.
Like the pommel?
Yeah.
God damn.
All right, let me roll a luck check for his eyeball. Hang on. It's not well. So he glowers as much as he can, but he's held in place and cannot move. So when you take your pommel of your blade and you smack him in the eye, it is an immediate black-purple bruise that expands out. The eye becomes bloodshot, and there's like a little bit of like the blood kind of leaking out from the tear duct because of the hit. You can hear the internal, but he can't move.
I'm gonna kind of smugly just look at him, and then stand up and ask him, "Did I not send you a letter telling you what would happen if you disobeyed my laws?"
Rolling.
He's in the zone of truth too.
Yeah. Well, he can't speak. He is held.
Ah.
I guess I could allow. You could.
Does it-
We'll say you can allow him to speak. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah. And he's
It just
allowed to
says he's
speak. He just can't
paralyzed.
move.
What is- yes.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
With this roll, he is gonna look at you with both anger, a very, very slight amount of leftover defiance, but mostly fear. And I'm gonna give him a funny voice because I want to. You're making Stoneguard a terrible place to live. I can't make ends meet anymore, not without any of my slaves. You took them all away from me just like that.
Wow, I'm making it a terrible place just for you and you alone? Oh, that's such a tragedy. But now you can actually experience all of the pain that you put on other people. Isn't that great?
No, that's not. No.
That's what it sounds like to me. And I'm gonna look at all of his people that were rebelling with him, and I'm gonna. Does that sound right to you?
There's gonna be a lot of grumbling from anybody who was brought, like anybody that came with, like peacefully. There's like some grumbling, but mostly it's acceptance and fear. Give me an intimidation roll. with advantage because you bopped him in the eye.
Oh!
Why is it always Smadge?
You've killed him. Please tell me it pops like a grape.
Mads, is there anything that you would do to drive home your point? Or do you just stare at the crowd?
I would take my sword and kind of hold it up and then look at the people and then kind of just be like, we're not standing for your corruption anymore. It has no place here in Stoneguard.
With the natural 20 in intimidation and the direct threat towards this very small amount of rabble, the grumbling ceases instantaneously. It becomes completely silent. Everyone watches as their ringleader, Ridarl, starts to quietly, almost silently, cry a little bit
in fear. Need to roll him one more roll. Oh, buddy. The moment that your eyes go from the crowd back down, there is a stark shift in the amount of fear of your retribution. And you, even though they're held in place, you know that they're trembling as you kind of look down at them with impunity.
Mads is gonna chuckle at him again, and then we'll step forward. And so, now that you've deliberately disobeyed me, you've given me no choice. But I must take action against your disobedience. So, I will be seizing all of your assets from here on out. And if I hear as much as a whisper of this group, I will do the same to the rest of you. And I'll look at the group beyond them. I will have zero leniency. Do I make myself clear?
There is 0 words spoken and a lot of fearful nods from the crowd. The individual kneeling before you, held in place, begins sobbing. But it's held within the hold person spell, so it's just a lot of...
Oh, I'm just gonna let him be, and I'll look at the crowd and say, don't ever question my authority. And don't ever question my loyalty to Stoneguard. I will make sure that the people get what they deserve. And then I'll just walk away. We're leaving.
Okay.
And then I'll make sure some guards go and take all of his things, and make sure to mention to his family, assuming he has one, that his actions and the repercussions of such things.
Amazing. So, damn.
Take notes on that, Blaine.
God damn.
I love Smadge. I'm so glad that the dice said
Jesus
yes for this.
Christ.
I'm so
These
glad.
performances
The dice are
are
on point.
top tier. So, the aftermath of this, eventually, when the spell wears off and not a moment before, the man is released and scurries out as quickly as his immediately soaked pants can take him out. His assets are seized, which is a sizable estate with a lot of goods and a lot of fancy trinkets, which are seized and either provided to you for your own self or sold, and the profits go to the impoverished.
They're gonna be sold and distributed out into the community.
Right? All of the assets are sold. The individual is pushed into poverty along with his small and very entitled family. If you ever heard of them again, it didn't matter because they mean nothing. So, that resolves 2 other issues as well. God fucking damn, hang on here. I gotta go.
Does it
Hell
now?
yeah. Smadge is making work.
Huge efficiency. The
The
town is in a food crisis, starving to death. Not anymore. Small
anymore.
revolt starting. Not anymore.
So you have efficiently resolved a week 3 and week 4 issue outright, just with these events. The issues,
I love Smadge.
the issues being beggars and beggars being mistreated, and servitude by choice, which
Oh.
is no longer an option. Outright. So well done. That was
go.
disgusting. So we'll come back to this. Actually, I do have one more visitor for Mads, and then we'll be pivoting into a Pyri bit. So, a couple days into the week, probably like day 4 or 5. This is about the day that Pyri is finishing up with all the fields of the giant pumpkins and all the other stuff. You have received a number of reports where, like, yes, they do have the capabilities of getting these immense amount of foods harvested. They're having a difficult time getting it all harvested and prepared and, like, preserved. Like, it's a lot of work, and they don't have the skilled workers for this. They will get a large amount of it done, but there will be some that eventually starts to rot because, like, order of operations. So as you're dealing with that situation, Mads, in your courthouse, in your specific room, not your specific room, but like where you take information, guests, all sorts of fun individuals, you feel a roll me an Arcana check, please, Mads.
Suddenly, we are all knees deep in Arcana.
That's a lot going on, guys. Very nice. Who is in charge of your day 10, 11, day 11? Okay. In walks the familiar visage and the chill of insane magical energies that surround him as in walks Regulus, striding one step at a time, nonchalantly. He takes time to come pretty close up to you and just sort of like looks around your office area. I assume you have like a desk and you have your own chair, and then there's like a couple chairs close to the other side of the desk.
Mm-hmm. I have a signed picture of my favorite Valkyrie.
Which one's your favorite?
I think you know.
It's Carolyn, I knew it.
It's actually Jolt.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense.
so
They were like handshake on the conspiracy.
as Regulus steps up to your desk, he kind of looks over and sees you doing some paperwork and like whatever it is you're doing at this time. Hello, little friend of Pyris.
Regulus. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, I was just in neighborhood thinking of visiting Pyri, but I'm trying to get on good side and thought I offer assistance, you see.
I see. And, what kind of assistance did you have in mind?
Of course, I could not help but notice that there was a lot of foods being grown by our favorite little druid, but it seems as if the people of this city are unable to harvest it all on their own.
And so it seems we've been working on resolving that issue, but as of late it hasn't been. We haven't gotten much to it.
Oh. I thought I might stop by and see if you would be interested in obtaining some labor for the city that would not cause trouble for anyone. In fact, it is their duty, even.
Their duty.
Yes, it is the duty of the dead to serve the living, and I have the ability to bring many back from dead to harvest food for the living. No one should go hungry, right?
Do you have any options that involve not an undead army?
There's just a little bit of silence as he stares at you. No, that is kind of what I do.
I am trying not to scare the town folk and cause more uproar. So I think having an army of undead might just do that.
Well, of course we could
Although
preface it.
I do very much appreciate your willingness to help. Perhaps you can help me with recruiting individuals who'd be willing to go out and go and pick some. Perhaps yourself.
He's gonna stare at you again. Little friend, do you think that I actually harvest things to eat?
You don't harvest your own things to eat? Don't you
eat.
grow things all the time?
He's gonna kind of pull his hood back a little bit to allow you a better view of his face now that he is no longer hiding his undeadness, but he is very much a dead person.
Oh. My apologies. I assumed you to be more like Pyri.
Oh, me and Pyri are very alike. We are good friends also. It is nice to have someone to share experiences with. In any case.
Well, let me, if I may, I think a solution we could have here, if you're willing to use your undead army in rather silently and in quiet times of the night, perhaps we could use your assistance. I do not think having them out in the daytime would be beneficial for the townsfolk.
Of course, if that is your wish, we could do this. Just, know.
Only until I can fill the hands of, the fields by myself.
Of course, yes, we could definitely take care of that. All I ask in return is your good word with Pyri. Let her know.
What is it with you and Pyri? If you want me to help, I should probably know some information.
Oh, inquisitive. I always did like you.
I don't
Very
believe
well.
you, but continue.
Well, just because you almost died doesn't mean I don't like you.
I banished you, and that's the only way you didn't kill us. Surely that didn't bring you some sort of ill will towards me.
The banishment was a good time. I had small break. It was nice. It gave me a moment to calm myself in my emotions. Speaking of Pyri, though, we have a very similar set of abilities, you see. But I don't have the capability of using them anymore. And I would very much appreciate Pyri's assistance in furthering the cause of Nicola.
I mean, you must realize, as well as good as myself that Pyri is their own individual. And even if I attempt to give a good word, I can't promise that it'll make any sort of difference. They're very stubborn.
Oh,
And if they
yes.
don't want to help you, they simply won't.
That is very understandable, but the Pyri very much respects her friend's opinions. And I just am doing my best to stay on Pyri's good side. But I will make sure my take moment in middle of night to harvest fields away from prying eyes.
Can you promise they're being quiet? I don't need a large sound to draw the town out to watch.
Of course, I shall do my best.
I will make sure to mention this good deed to Pyri when I see them again.
Oh, thank you very kindly. I could not ask for better service. And it will give you a very deep bow. Until we meet again, Tiny Mayor of Stoneguard. And he'll make his exit. Speaking of Regulus,
I would.
Yeah.
Can I put one thing out? I would like to put a thing out to the townsfolk, for harvesting. If they would like to work to harvest the pumpkins and the other things that we have growing, they would get an additional stipend of money.
townsfolk get more money if they harvest stuff faster? More people?
No, if they would like to join and help.
If they would like to assist the farmers. Noted. That was fun. Regulus doesn't interact with other people. That was very neat. Speaking of Regulus, Pyri.
Hello.
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 Do you spend most of your time like in the house, or do you go places during the day?
Pyri wanders and hangs out with Joe and like splits her time between like Joe, Biddy Morkella, and wandering.
Would you roll to see if you are with anybody, or tell me if you're with someone?
Like, while I wander?
Yeah. I don't know if they go on walks with you, or if you're just hanging out at the house talking to somebody. Like, in this moment.
Oh, in this exact moment?
We'll
say I'm alone.
it's... Okay. You're alone wandering the
on a little
streets.
walk. Yeah.
So, as you wander the streets of Stoneguard,
Mm-hmm.
give me an Arcana check.
Oh.
Nice. You feel a familiar kind of like coldish energy that you're familiar with. Regulus is somewhere nearby, and at that point, where is the bone phone? Is it still in a pickle jar? I can't remember.
I feel like it just lives in the pickle jar now because that's her way of not losing it because it's so small.
Okay. You hear something sloshing and tapping on glass in your backpack.
Oh, fantastic. Pyri's gonna pull out the pickle jar, reach in, and yoink out the bone phone.
Okay. As you touch the bone phone, it's like you're picking up an actual phone. You hear the familiar voice of your friend Regulus. Hello, Pyri. would you have some free time to perhaps speak?
Yeah, I'm on a walk.
Give me a perception check. It's at this point.
Hello, God, my old friend.
Oh my god.
It's at this point that you just take a quick glance around and you obviously see Regulus just kind of off to the side, heading, like, walking at a very reasonable pace towards you. Eventually he gets to you, and there are people passing by you, but they don't really seem to pay much attention to Regulus, even though he is himself.
Mm-hmm.
But as he approaches, he extends his arms like in an outward, like, greeting. Hello, Pyri. It is wonderful to see you. How are you?
Good. I'm surprised you are here so soon. Or so quickly. You're back.
Well, truth be told, I just wanted to make sure you were to see me before I made myself known.
Yeah, we're good.
Wonderful. We can walk and talk for sure. So you guys continue walking through the city. As he starts.
Pyri's gonna be like casually eating on some of the snacks that she has in her bag. Like just chewing on an orange peel.
So goddamn Pyri core. As you guys walk through the town, Regulus kind of speaks to you. So, Pyri, you know how I have done all these favors for you, and we are friends now, again, yes?
Yes.
Very good. I wanted to ask you as friend, you have that little paper still, yes?
Pyri's gonna stare blankly at him because she cannot for the life of her remember what the hell he's talking about.
Do you remember the little paper when I got angry that one time? It had a little map of some sort on it.
Oh yeah, I think I fed it to Lyari.
Of course, it is not on you. That is fine. This,
I think
I'm
Pyri
sure
is gonna
they-
have to sit there and is just in thought concentration of where did I put it? Also, I have no idea where the hell I put it.
It's no longer in me. Do not send. I'm having wife time. He cannot come and murk my ass. No. I spit it up. I throw gun in it and I spit it up. No. I don't know where you put it, but it's not in me.
I remember I fed it to Lyari, and then I
Yeah.
think
It's got to be in. Check
Got it.
Okay,
your-
wait.
your
I
remember what
handwritten
happened to this. I
inventory.
remember.
Okay.
and then I know we
Lyari
made someone
ate it.
look at it, but I don't remember if I took it back or
Larry ate it. You guys got to the tiny town after escaping from Regulus, and then you made Lyari throw it up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you have
what
And
did
I
I do
got
with it afterwards?
cryptogonosyphilades or whatever, but nothing
Imagine
ever
you just
came.
like
that's how we got number one
Yeah.
swallower Weem.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah,
true.
that was it. I
I'm
feel like you
bold
like put it in
throat.
your bag or something.
Yeah,
I don't think you gave it to any of us.
Well,
So
Well, no, because I thought Banui looked at it, or am I wrong?
Yes.
It might have
Banui.
been-
That
No, you
sounds
know what?
right.
You guys gotta
No.
remember this. I'm not giving you
No,
information.
you sent. No, you gave it to. You showed it to Morkella because I remember
that
Morkella
was
had a
his answer.
reaction.
Morkella had a reaction. I thought Banui had a reaction to it, or am I thinking of something else? Maybe I'm thinking of your paper thing where you're scribbling to someone.
All right,
I think
I'm gonna
Oh,
look
my
at
grocery
So-
list. That's different.
I think
Grocery
I'm
list
thinking
different.
I think I'm thinking of the grocery list, and that's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, no, this is
Can
when we
you
almost
keep the
died to
paper that Pyri
Regulus
has
and
to
the
track
tomb
of?
thing
It's
that
like-
we got.
Yes. Like,
Mhm.
I know where it came from. I just don't
I'm
remember
assuming,
what
if I
happened
remember
to it.
correctly, it had something to do with how he can regain his power through you. Something
It
like
was
that.
like,
Well,
well,
I'll
it had
give
to
you the
do with
reminder. I'll give it to you. You did show it to Banui. Banui did not like map and did not like the idea of someone going to that place. Gave you a sending zone so you could talk to him anytime if you ever needed to. Additionally, the map shows the location of the, or at least it's the final piece of a map that shows the location of an artifact known as the Marrow Staff.
Right.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Pyri's
So
now
He
plopped
needs
on the
you to
ground.
go open it.
Yeah, Pyri's now plopped on the ground, rummaging around in her bag like a nutcase. Just
Oh no.
trying to find the piece of paper.
Will you give me an insight check
Okay.
at disadvantage because you're rummaging?
Fuck me.
Oh!
No way.
Wild. Wild. You don't see anything.
Pyri,
Regulus is kind of leaning over and like just kind of like waiting. He's interested in what's going on in the bag. That's kind of crazy little bag you got going on there. So anyway, do you find it?
can I blind rummage, just hand in bag, no looking, and do a luck roll for it? Can I take that as a
you
yes
have
and
the
a
lucky
roll?
feet. Oh wait.
Yes.
Was
No,
this character
that-
that you have lucky or no?
No, that's
Damn, never mind.
Flask.
That's kidding. My bad.
No
No way.
way.
The dice said no.
I said
Can I
no.
Can I
said
give
no.
Pyri my inspiration?
Damn.
Oh wait, I have inspiration. Wait a
yeah.
minute. Wait.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, yeah, because the thing that we do at the beginning of every game.
That's a
Oh,
plus
well, that's a
four.
D4.
Oh yeah, that's a plus
That
4.
won't save you on this.
Okay, no, I don't.
Can I
Wait,
give
Mads
Pyri my
could-
inspiration for
you
my
could-
epic
you could-
speech?
Yeah, you could give it to Pyri.
Alright,
Yeah.
Pyri.
Aw, that's so
Don't
nice
get
of you,
another one,
Blaine.
please.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, close.
I thought you were gonna get a 2.
You fucking teased that shit.
Anyway.
So statements that were made about D&D. Pyri, you dig around in there and you kind of like pull stuff out and then shove it back in. You find like the drinking horn made out of a tiefling horn. You find like some oils, you throw those back in. You find some random assorted like herby stuff that you have, and you throw that back in. And all this time, Regulus is just watching. And eventually, you pull out a carved cat. It's the one that Joe gave you when you were gonna split up in Silversong, and then you put manacles on him, and then you put that back inside, and then you eventually pull out the map piece. And since you rolled a 1 on insight, you get nothing other than, oh, it looks like you have it there. Very good.
Pyri's gonna just kind of like toss hand over the thing while she shoves everything back into her bag haphazardly.
You know what? You're giving it to him or you're throwing it? What's happening?
I'm like that toss throw to him, like here you go, but like
Oh,
also letting it
got
go at the same time while she shovel shit back in her bag because she just kind of like dropped to the ground and started rummaging through her shit. She didn't know where it was.
So you just toss him the piece haphazardly. With your passive perception, because I know it's insanely high, you do see him clutch for it, like full on panic grab for it. And he manages to catch it before it touches the ground or anything. He just grabs it and he's just taking a second. As you gotta shove everything back in, it's just haphazardly shoving it in. Eventually you finish, and he has just been hard staring at it this whole time.
Pyri's just gonna be like, it might have a little stomach acid on it. My bad.
Did you put stomach
Did you
acid on
never
it?
clean it?
I mean, she cleaned it, but like in a Pyri sort of way of just like, and then shoved it in her bag. So,
Well,
I may have
luckily.
it. I put it. Larry ate it.
Yeah. I am aware that your friend did swallow the map.
And then I had to make her throw it up.
I
So-
can tell. That being said, Pyri, let me thank you so much for sharing this with me. It means so much.
Pyri's gonna like finish putting everything in her bag. And she's gonna turn and look up at him. And just be like, well, yeah. And then she's gonna have this like really ominous smile and like kind of crazed look in her eye and just be like, because you're gonna share everything with me, right?
Give me an insight roll, please. You see the biggest, happiest, most genuine smile sort of creep up Regulus's face as he's, Pyri, it makes me so happy that you would like to share in these things with me. We are going to do such great things, Pyri, together. We will be unstoppable.
Pyri's gonna get really excited for 2 seconds and be like, ooh, 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 look at the changes I made. And then, completely distracted, immediately going into full Pyri mode of, summons, because she hasn't really summoned the little
Well, ham
ham bone in a while. He's been kind of MIA / wiggling around when she has, but you know, she's since he taught her the thing, she's made adjustments to him as far as like the,
He's a lot more
you know,
leafy
the
and
big,
yeah.
he's more like full, he's more like fluffy,
Mhm.
you know, and like he's got the funny little like chambery stuff in him and everything, because he had like the Biddy stuff, and then she's gonna just like kind of like opening his mouth and just be like, and this is where I stuck Biddy, and this is where his bed was, and if you look over there, there's like poison stuff wrapped up, so if he ever got squished, he would just, you know, poison.
This is ingenuity, Pyri. You are very sharp. What good mind you have. And he's gonna be just very interested in Hambone and kind of like looking at him and checking him out and like talking about the bits that you've changed on it and the adjustments.
Oh yeah,
like the
he's got a little
glass vial.
armor.
Yeah,
He
he's got a little armor that
and
was
stuff, so
made.
he's more secure. And so Biddy was more snug, although Biddy doesn't fit in here anymore. Did you know that Biddy can turn into a shield now? He's really big. He's doing so well.
Ooh. Who is Biddy?
Oh yeah, you might not know about Bid. So I have a pet mimic.
Oh.
I kind of there was this guy in this like gambling hall thing, and he was gonna give it a kit to his kid, and I was like, well, that's just silly. And he was a baby, so it wasn't trained or anything. And so I took it off of him. Won it off of him.
I think
I
you took it. I
acquired
think you
a pet
just took
baby
it from him.
mimic.
Yeah.
Pyri just remember the details.
Yeah,
Pyri's
those are
just
important.
she's got a baby mimic. Acquired a pet, a baby mimic. And so I've been raising him and training him, and he's pretty smart and very strong. And I feed him corpses, and bones and things. Yeah.
It sounds like you are doing everything you should for a growing mimic. And we are very proud of you.
I taught him a new trick. You're gonna love the new trick. Pyri's gonna have like this, like her usual playful smile, but there's like a hint of like mischievous evil behind it.
Mischievous evil is wild.
Yeah, and then she's just gonna explain what she taught him, and it's like knelt on the ground with like a stick, like drawing a little like shitty fucking butterfly net
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
And then like giving it teeth and like and just be like, and then I taught him to spit out the brain.
Oh, that is very important part of body.
Yeah, so we could piglet so Mads can eat it.
Oh, you know, I did just speak with Mads. They eat brain now?
There's a funny thing and that they can do, and they can eat the brain, and I guess they like get stuff, know stuff, see the stuff from the brain that the person knew. Yes.
Oh, that is very useful skill to have. You have surrounded yourself with very powerful allies, Pyri. In any case, let us continue our walk and continue wandering as he listens intently to all of your stories about Biddy and brains, and you eat a whole bunch of candy.
Can I tell him my intense theories / ask him questions about if he has ever interacted with a dryad before, and if it would be possible to take a small snipping from a dryad, whether it be like hair or like a finger, and like grow your own dryad like you and stuff.
Hang on. I actually need to look the thing up real quick. Okay. Regulus, in response to any dryad-specific questions, I have heard of dryads. I saw them once or twice, but they are not something I am particularly familiar with, especially considering they are so hard to find now.
Don't do it.
What brings up questions about
begging.
dryads?
I learned about dryads recently, and I was curious as to whether or not you could do that, because I kind of wanted to try and see if I could grow my own.
Oh, interested in botany. Very smart. That makes sense, though.
Pyri's just gonna like look at him and be like, and like gesture to her everything and be like, well, duh.
Well, yes, but I mean, like, it is good to, you know, maybe we'll give it a little try. You don't know, you must try. Little tiny bit, they'll never notice.
Pyri's gonna pick up Handbone and then stare at Handbone and just be like, Do you think he kind of counts as a dryad? He's kind of leafy.
Are you asking if Hambone counts as dryad?
Dryad adjacent?
No. Dryads are a very specific form of life. They, in my knowledge of Dryad, they were used as a arcane catalyst of sorts for large-scale magics. Though I do not know all the details. I was more interested in other things at the time.
Pyri's making mental notes.
Cool, you're not gonna remember, so that works with me.
Pyri remembers things Pyri wants to remember.
I'm so sad.
Anyways, yeah, and conversation question mark, continued nonsense banter of nonsense, Pyri nonsense ensues.
Pyri nonsense.
Yep.
So, you and Regulus continue strolling about the town, give or take day 11. Enjoying each other's company. Which would bring us to Lyari and Azhyria. However, we are time.
Well, that would be starting like week 3 anyway, right? Unless you
Mhm.
wanted something to happen to cap off.
No,
week
it's
2.
I have stuff for each week, so week 3 is
Yeah.
fine. Because that's week 3 and 4. There's a lot. There's still other stuff to do. It's so interesting. It's so interesting.
You're bouncing it really well.
I'm screaming at Pyri mentally right now.
Because of the paper.
Yeah! I almost died for that thing. It's just like, here.
Pyri is showing more of their darker tendencies now, which scares me in this moment. Like, I'm so glad she chose not to out as immediately, but now I'm extra scared because she's not a treat.
Bro,
Doesn't matter.
here-
She has necromantic tendencies anyways. She don't need to be a treat.
the we are so morally gray is so true, guys.
We are so morally gray.
Extremely so.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't worry, there'll be
And I
plenty
love
more
that for us.
opportunities for you guys to continue to be morally gray moving into the future.
Oh,
No
good.
kidding.
Legitimately,
I'm excited.
I'm not gonna tell. I can't tell you today. I'm not going to, obviously, but you will have the opportunity to be, good, neutral, or evil in the upcoming arc, and it's gonna be neat. It's gonna be neat.
Oh my god.
Is that what's gonna split the party? Because all of our different giving a shits is gonna. Oh no.
Unless it's like
Currently-
our interests will be changing. Like our paths forward, you know what I mean?
Because, like, I still see the route where we're going to come back together and do the shared thing. Like, I understand, but I'm so scared because
Me too. That's what
there's a lot. I'm already
There's a
trying to be
lot.
as neutral as possible, and it's difficult. And
I feel like-
everything Pyri is striking fear in me. I'm like, how am I supposed to be neutral with something that's going to force my hand?
right.
General
I'm excited.
Pyri curiosity. You have to remember, in her species years, she's still young.
Yes. Yep. It's true.
Yeah, Pyri
Mhm.
and Lyari are both relatively young as far as their genetic, like their races' ages go.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mads is just young in general.
Yeah.
I'm
In
the
both
baby.
senses.
But I still somehow ended up being mayor.
Wait, how
Yep.
old is Mads again?
Matt's is in their 30s canonically, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Technically
actual
speaking-
30s.
Yeah, but like technically speaking, in terms of like developmental, like she's definitely older than Pyri, because Pyri is 224. And in Eladrin, that can live like up to almost 1,000 years. She's like in her 20s. So
Yep. Well, that explains why Mads has to hold us together when I can't.
I don't
wasn't.
know. I don't think hobbits have really expanded lifespans, right?
Hobbits?
does?
No,
Or
hobbits
halflings?
run about
No,
the same as
not hobbits.
humans.
Or halflings? Because
Yeah.
I think I'm a halfling.
Yeah, halflings run about as humans. They get maybe like an extra 20. If you're going with like Lord of the Rings hobbits, that's generally the basis for them. Bilbo obviously lived a lot longer because ring.
How do I get the one ring?
Maybe that'll be your draw to Eternia, you know?
I don't know, maybe there's a
Matt-
ring with
Oh my
that.
god. Mads becomes the true golem that they are and searches for the ring.
My god. I mean,
Oh my god, wait, no,
Smadge.
because you already have Mads and Smads, so it's the two sides of Golem.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's so
New plot point unlocked.
Plot twist.
Whoa.
Mads becomes Golem. I become, what's his fucking name?
What?
who?
Which one?
There's a lot.
Evil White Wizard Man.
Soroma.
Evil? Oh, Sauron, yeah.
Sauron.
Sauron the White.
Soroma.
Because,
Sauron
you know,
is the eye.
Pyri is currently, sometimes, most of the time, perceived as a helpful but dumb creature. Not usually the biggest of threats until engaged in combat. Or your interest is piqued.
Well, okay, so if we have Gollum and we have Saruman, who is Lyari?
Legolas?
Man,
Yeah.
okay.
I was gonna say.
Steve's elf. That one.
Wow,
Gandalf?
I can't. 10 out of 10.
No, wait. Fuck. What was the human, not human dude? Fucking.
The
The
prince.
one that, the one that dies?
No.
Aragorn.
Aragorn.
Yes.
Yeah. Aragorn.
Yes. Because that's Larry.
Huh?
Has great love. Is
Oh,
separated
yeah.
from great love. Finds great
Oh.
love again.
I see it.
Is creatures
all
that live
die.
for much longer. Yeah.
I can
Is
see
trying to do the right thing and, you know, all the shit. That's who
Okay.
you are. We're just a really fucked up version of the Fellowship of the Ring.
it. Morally gray version.
They are morally great.
Even more so that
Aragorn.
Really great.
We,
none of them became mayor, became, merchants of fruit that had faces on them and killed everything in their path for
I've
their
started potentially
ex-girlfriend.
3 or 4 cults.
Yep.
Oh, Mandy's cooking. Look at that.
What the?
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye, you.
Smadge
Like-
evil.
I'm making this my name of the server. Hold on.
Everyone.
Oh, it's funny.
Amazing.
Oh,
10 out of 10, Mandy.
Smadge.
My new name.
Smadge.
Smadge. Smadge.
Oh, Smadgel works.
Smadgel is a wild.
Smadgel. I like
Oh,
that
before I forget, Lyari, would you please roll?
Yes, sir. I'm feeling slightly better. Yippee!
How much better are we feeling?
There it is!
No.
Let's fucking go!
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Great
that.
way to end
Feeling
the
back
session.
with Y feels good, man.
Put us on the just chatting, so I'll have to add one in a minute, but that's fine. You got another one. You have like 8 now or something.
Yeah, I can get my count real quick, like. My Mr. DM Panties is now 7.
Nice. That's the most you've ever had.
Yes.
And it's only
It's
taken
true.
56 episodes to get them.
Yep.
So on that note, we'll come back for week 3 and 4 of the aftermath of Stoneguard and all that nonsense.
Democracy. Let's fucking go.
Smadge
I'm
democracy.
not looking for group.
Looking for group. Okay, so wait, before we leave, you did the same thing I did then?
No, I'm just bringing it up.
It's
'cause
just
funny.
me?
It's
Oh.
yeah, it's just the joke
Wait,
that's
haven't-
living on and will haunt you forever, Blaine. I'm
Unfortunate.
sorry.
Wait, what happened?
I thought I
missed
wasn't
something.
on.
What?
I said LFG in chat, and Mordred went looking for group? Question mark.
Okay.
The okay.
There's a whole clip on it if you
Yup.
go into Mordred's channel.
Yeah,
That was when
yeah.
I died, right?
Who died?
That's a whole separate thing.
Someone
It was
died.
a while ago.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so thank you all for being here for this wonderful, nonsensical D&D session where crazy stuff happened. We had some mayor stuff happen. We had an example made. We had some cool business deals being made. Pyri and Regulus are closer than ever, and Az and Lyari are getting along famously, and we're really happy for everybody right now. And on that note, we'll come back for weeks 3 and 4 next week, and they're gonna be great. And
I'm excited for weeks 3 and 4, and
Yeah.
now also terrified.
I don't have any other major announcements other than we'll be around next Monday. I do want to make sure. Actually, I do have one announcement. Hang on, wait. We do have my awesome editor for all my clips in the chat, so please go give them a follow. They do all sorts of funny stuff. I have set in on a couple of streams. I think it's Zane Days. Please go give them a follow. They're wonderful. They're very kind, and I very much enjoy them. On that note, though, also, if you don't already, make sure you follow my wonderful players as well. They are also streamers, and they do lots of fun streamy stuff. So make sure you go give them a look. Apparently, Shy was playing Dispatch, and I want to ask Shy about Dispatch, but I'll ask Shy about Dispatch later. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. Be safe out there in this crazy world, guys. We will see you next week. Stay safe and stay bold.
bold.
Bye.